right. Shalom. This is the brothers of GmsLouisianaSaints New Orleans camp with another live camp. But before we get started, first, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and great elders of the room and teach well, and peace and salutation to the sincere I give out there, pushing this word of truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. Shalom. As you can see, another weekend back in this low place, this canal, fucking New Orleans, little Sodom and Gomorrah, just one of the many wicked cities in this bigger wicked cesspool, the United States of America, which we biblically know as and you should biblically know as Babylon the Great. And this is kind of a land back off of the pre-camp video we were doing. We're in the midst of Pride Month, and we just talked about that, along with these other wicked ways and philosophies that these people live after and follow after. And why is that? Because of great pride. These people think that this is the pinnacle of society, and just because they've got little rights, which are quickly going to be taken away, that they can do whatever they want, constantly mocking the Most High, mocking the scriptures, and mocking the men of the Lord. And one of the chief people that does it are our own people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on this side, who are the true children of Israel. And why is that? Because you follow after the basest of men out here, these so-called white men, women, and children, who are really the biblical Edomites.
And our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all learn pride from y'all enemies. That wasn't a part of our heritage, all right? Our inheritance or who we are as a people, all right? We're in the lowest state we could absolutely be in. How then can one be prideful, man? How can you have pride? All right? You in captivity, all right? You in your, that don't make sense, man. You in your lowest state, man, all right? How then can one have pride, man? How can you obtain it, man? We got that.
It also says in Sirach, get that one too. After I say that, it also says in Sirach, one of the things that the Lord hates is a proud poor man.
Yeah.
And our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out here, the poorest, most destitute people out here. You're looked at as the scum of society, the lowest of the low. Yet you're some of the most proudest people out here. And again, how'd you learn that? From your daddy, the devil, following after his ways, like Yahushai said. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Because here he is, the ultimate poor man, but he's been given a little bit of power, by the Most High. Who? Cake boy?
Girl got the fuck away from
There's a girl from last week.
on the corner like Martin.
That's an example of a proud man right there.
Yeah,
we saw this Jake yesterday looking like Black Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean with a damn bandana on, a chain on his pants that he couldn't even hold up. Now he got some $20 Walmart
and a haircut.
Swimsuit short.
And a haircut.
He got a haircut, some $20 Walmart swimsuit shorts, and a button-up T-shirt. He's walking out around here like Don Juan.
Got that TJ Maxx startup kit.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to fucking lie to wear something.
Texturizing in his head and shit.
That's a perfect example right there. And hey, them Jakes that are constantly riding up and down the street on those motorbikes, that's pride to do that. Oh, I'ma just do it just fucking because.
Yeah.
And you learn these ways from your daddy, the devil, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. But let's get into these precepts.
Book of Psalms.
We'll actually get that earth and ashes real quick.
Yes, Sirach 10 and I'm gonna start at 7. Pride is hateful before our power and man.
Pride is hateful before our power and man. That's point blank period right there. The Most High hates pride because how's his creation going to be prideful? And that's just not going these Jakes. That's going to existence itself. How can anybody be prideful if you were created by the Most High to fulfill a purpose? Like it says in I believe Isaiah 10, how can the axe boast against his master when it's just a tool to be handled, which is what we all are to the Most High, just tools fulfilling our roles.
There's another scripture where the Lord called us grasshoppers.
Mm-hmm. Jacob, thy worm.
Right.
It says, and by both do it one commit iniquity.
Hey, by both do it one commit iniquity.
Let me get the 9. Why is earth and ashes proud?
Exactly. In the scriptures, people are always referred to as grass, and when it talks about in some of those precepts about people being referred to as grass, what does it say? It springeth up one day, and the next day it is quickly gone. Where's dust on the face of the earth right now? And again, we're at the lowest position we've ever been. Our bodies are broken down, our minds are broken down, but yet these people are at the lowest they've ever been, but yet their pride is at the highest it's ever been. And as it says, why is earth and ashes proud? Because what are all you people in Babylon about to become? Ashes. And you get burned up by those 200 million nuclear missiles which are about to hit this place.
It says, there's not a more wicked thing than a covetous mind. For such an one set in his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casted away his bowels.
And Esau had a covetous soul. And Esau had a covetous soul when he gave up his birthright for what? A piece of uncooked meat. He couldn't fast, and he was covetous just to eat. And he said, oh, well, what is my birthright to me? I'm about to die. When you know you were goddamn nowhere near close to dying. So what profit is a covetous man to himself, because he's willing to sell his soul for anything, which is exactly how these Edomites are. And because these Edomites are in power and you jakes follow after them, you're in that same spirit. Just look at these jakes in Hollywood, in the music industry. They sell their soul, they sell their asshole to get movie roles and to be something in society, when really you're promoting death back unto your people.
Hey, pride is the new wave, man. If you ain't knowing this prideful shit, then you looked at as a simp, man. A square. Like, hold on, brother, you ain't prideful. You got humility. Like, nah, the way of the world is prideful. And if you ain't up to speed or up to par with it, you overlook, man. All right, you looked at as nothing on the earth. This guy's not prideful.
Pride is rewarding.
It's rewarding, man.
Hey.
What's rewarded with is folly, man. Folly. Top of more folly, man. Vanity. That shit is really bullshit. Everybody, we seen the guy, you know, there's just people out here just doing things for clout, doing things that they can get a hope. The local news get a 10-minute segment on the news, man. Doing shit on the internet to be the next comedian, the next funny guy, the next somebody to get started listening. Yeah, that's a new thing. We're trying to go viral, man.
Notoriety.
And these challenges out here just get more stupid by the day. It's a society of children, because what? Children are our oppressors. We got the basest of man, the childish man, the Peter Pan syndrome ruling over us, the children of fools.
Book of Psalms chapter 12, verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
If you're just paying this camera around, all we see is wicked people out here. All these people are down here with no good intentions. They're going to get into some degeneracy tonight. And that's what all Bourbon Street, New Orleans is. It's just a city where you come down to fuck off at. You come down here and be a sodomite, an alcoholic, a whore, an adulterer, whatever you want to be. Exactly. Be the worst you can be. And why is that? Because the vilest men are exalted. The basest men are exalted.
Freedom is pride, man.
Exactly.
They're giving people freedom, and that's being pride, man. That's being prideful.
Especially you simps. You let your woman come down here for the weekend, not knowing she done got rotor all the way through, and then come back to you, whatever state you in, man. Oh, feeling different. I bet she is, man.
Yeah, as it says in Proverbs, she wipeth her mouth and said, "What wrong have I done?"
Yeah, that's right, man.
Last Saturday
on a girl's goddamn trip. You best believe they're doing them girls' trip, man. Right? Yeah. She's swinging from the goddamn ceiling fan, man. Especially when she meet one of these, you heard the niggas down here. It's over with. 7-pack. All right, some non-ladies in a goddamn Arizona tea. It's over. One of these niggas down here, man.
You know these women prideful. Anytime they won't make out with a man because of how he talk. He got the southern accent.
Yeah.
That's prideful, man.
Say baby for me.
Say baby.
They gonna write them black ass lips. Baby.
Baby.
Draws gone, man. Draws drop. Don't let the nigga have dreads. He gonna just nigga do that. Bust that chest open, man. It's over with, man. them draws go, man?
Last weekend, we had a Eve.
Situation.
We had an Eve who was wearing the wedding headdress on. And right when one of these buses that play bounce music came by, she started busting it open right in front of the camp. That was a girl's trip. It's supposed to be her bachelorette party. Hey, but she got a bachelor all up in her. She got a bachelor's DNA all up in her. Now
What you think they're doing? What you think she's doing? She getting off right before she marry you, man.
Exactly.
They're bringing in the stripper. He's a New Orleans Jake. All right. You best believe what's going on, man.
They bring in the dancing bear. Right?
Yeah, they got the punk in there with him. Yeah, they got he coming in as the EMS man, the police,
The fireman.
the fireman, man, the structure man.
That's that big old hammer.
Yeah,
The knee pads, protect the knee pads and the Tim's on.
yeah, the knee pads and the Timbs, man.
He got them.
With extra thick socks, man.
He got them Stone Cold Steve Austin jeans on, the king shorts, the knee pads, the Timbs, the helmet on.
Yeah, with a bow tie and a half pint of fruit punch, man.
Anybody need to come and get some nails hammered? It's saying all kind of cheap. And then that music start playing.
And they put that. Yeah, man. Ain't number freaks down here, man. Ain't number freaks down here. Half these people, Hispanic camera, half these are number tourists, you know, willing and ready to do any goddamn thing, man. You know?
I want to go to New Orleans.
Ain't shit down here, man. This place is a shithole. All right, this is the only thing they pressure wash and clean this bullshit here. You go too far that way, man, you in ground zero. You go too far that way, yeah,
under the bridge
you in the game. Yeah.
Right. Politics suck.
Man, come on,
Ellen.
Helen Cherry, man.
Ellen
Roseanne, man.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Come on, man. Like a truck driver.
Hey, politics do suck. Hey, politics do suck because what are these politics give people down here? The illusion of freedom, the illusion of pride to make a choice. I can be a Republican, I can be a Democrat, I can vote for my rights and live how I want to live.
And the government fucking everybody. That's why when we tell you what's finna happen with ours, we finna set up our government. And we gonna fuck like the government too. I know I am. I'm fucking like the government.
With that rod of iron.
That's right. We're gonna lay down low, man. That's what you Edomites, you're afraid of. You're afraid of the kingdom of heaven, all right, in the next world of dark-skinned people, that shakes fear to your bones, man.
Like that one Edomite said,
man.
and Jake gonna have
Some beards.
He's gonna be like the Hulk. Jake, man.
I can look at you, Edomite, tell you gonna be on your knees, you look up, you see a shiny brown skinned nigga with tall, and that beard shiny, full of different oils, man. He gonna give you that James Evans look, straight in your eyes, man.
There's gonna be cracked skulls and broken tailbones. And that's diligent what we're hearkening for. It's a world without pride.
Ooh, exactly. The kingdom, boy. See them? That bitch look like a Saint Bernard.
Hey,
look like a dinosaur.
All you need to do, I would recommend it though, coming down here on your own volition on a Saturday night. But if you come down here on, say, a Saturday night or any regular day and just people watch, you'll see a bunch of degenerate freaks out here. A bunch of broken down weirdos, goons and goblins, sodomites, switch hitters, peanut butter lickers, knee pad pair niggas out here.
Yeah, everybody on some different type of shit, man. You know, nobody's under the vibration of these scriptures, man. Everybody's in that Alistair Crowley spirit. Do as thou will. All right? That's the law down here, man. Do as thou will.
Especially down here.
Yeah, this has to be an ancient place. This has to be either Sodom or Gomorrah, man.
Or one of the other 5 cities.
Yeah, one of the other 5 chief cities. Right? Because they're all this place is predicated on bread and circus, man. Fuckery, man.
And if I could say real quick, they got a commercial for I believe the New Orleans Pelicans, the basketball team right down here. Where they got, of course, they got a dizzy, dusty Eve, a so-called black woman on the commercial. She's walking saying, down here in New Orleans, we got a culture of not taking orders. And we do our own thing out here. We don't bow down, because that's the saying down here. What's that? Walking in great fucking pride, especially with you fucking women out here. Thinking your hot shit when you steak shit.
I can't wait till you women get steamrolled, man.
And it's quickly coming.
The screams of horror, man. Terror. Every time there's somebody shooting, somebody's doing something, doing some wild shit, you hear the first thing you hear is the woman screaming. Oh my God, my baby, help. Ah, that's all you hear.
See, that's an example of great life right here. A dusty 40-year-old alcoholic should know better than to dress like a fucking 20-year-old boy. Right.
I'm 37.
Oh, it's fair enough. We're rounding up.
Please.
Hey man, so long as you keep it on the low, nobody will know.
Man, fuck it. Just continue eating that goddamn sandwich.
I'm gonna eat my fucking sandwich. Please do, and go up the street, man.
Nobody's talking to you. Don't bother.
Man, whatever, man. Just go handle your
woman
business.
to dress modestly then.
Be on freak time anyway, man. You don't even know what this is, man. You're stupid ass up the street, man. Don't get froggy now, man. You're gonna get stepped in the name of love out here, on camera. Keep going up the block, man. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, my man. Have a nice day. Well, do that then. Stand right there. Stand right there, man. Yeah, that bitch look old as fuck, man. No, you fucking her in the dog.
But hey, that's the spirit. We're going into a great pride. People just walking up here drunk saying silly stuff like this is high school.
Man, shut your dumb ass up, man. Fuck on about your business. Stupid motherfucker. Man, you get out here.
Yeah, that's
you get out here. You get out here, man. Man, people out here just make you wanna. I mean, yeah, man.
And these people need it. The best thing for these people is to get put to death horrifically out here.
This nigga just eating a sandwich. Trolling and just talking shit, bro, man. Like we were saying, coming out, I would never talk shit to 40 guys, man. 20 guys, 10 guys, 15 guys, man.
2 guys.
With my woman.
Let's do it. Slap in the back out here.
Yeah, you want to slap me
for real? Bitch, you gonna get me killed out here.
But hey, that's the basis of men ruling.
You say I'm 37. Like she 57.
Yeah, he got the hoochie daddy mustache too.
Yes.
Hey, but freaks, we're going into Pride, and we just had a perfect example walk up. She won 37. Fucking musky bitch. A 40-year-old whore and a 45-year-old sodomite acting like they still in the 12th fucking grade making jokes. That's what this city promotes down here, and really Babylon as a whole, just acting like a fucking kid all day, a grown-up Peter Pan.
He refuses to grow up. Adulthood, anything to deal with discipline, he saw don't want nothing to do with it. Now people take on the same vibration.
This is around 10, because we're going to get on this in here. 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from God and his heart is turned away from his maker.
Hey, and Esau doesn't even have a God to pray to. So he's just prideful and wicked from the jump. But for you Jakes out there, and you clearly departed from the Most High and followed after the ways of these devils, walking in great pride. Hence the situation you're in right now, being the lowest in society. A nigger, a spit, a tonto, a thug, a whore, a gangster, a ghetto gagger, all that.
It says, for pride is the beginning of sin. And if I could add, the first sin, pretty much recorded well when Cain killed Abel, all right? That's the beginning of things, man. He's sinning against his maker, all right, against his own brother.
Why did he kill him, though? Because he was mad at
He was prideful.
He was prideful.
He was being prideful, brother. That's
why I said good enough.
Dang, I'm going to kill him. His shit was good. All because he did but he had the means to do the right thing. right? But he gave up something wicked, man.
Because of pride.
Because of pride. It says, for pride is the beginning of sin. You sinner.
And what is sin? The transgression of the law.
Yep.
And we can see how people clearly transgress the law. They're prideful not to follow. Oh, I can. That book was written by a man. What can you tell me? Only God can judge me.
Only God can judge me.
Well, God is going to judge you. It's going to be horrific.
And he that had it shall pour out abomination.
And these people are throwing up abominations out here. They sweating abominations.
Lord.
See, another thing. You got to be prideful to walk around like that. You got to be prideful to walk around the way half of these people walk around. Especially these fat, obese people out here that wear the booty shorts, the shirts that are too small.
Stomach out and shit.
Yeah. The yoga pants. Earlier, we see some fat, hairy piece of shit in some jogging shorts and no shirt on.
I'm going to jump to 21. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority. And this is a dishonorable vessel. So they're not going to obtain the authority that they obtain. They don't fear the Lord. That's why they letting freaks and faggots walk around. All right, people be whatever God forbidden name, whatever their mindset want to carry themselves out as. All right, you're marrying. Which one of y'all better put the article where she married the airplane? Or something like that?
She's an object sexual.
Yeah, that's an object sexual, man. That's the epitome of pride. Hey, throw out for the word, brother. That's the epitome of being prideful, man.
It says across the street.
Yo, get up.
That's the spirit, all right?
Come on, man.
You a busted, disgusted body, but you walking around with everything.
Why she just don't be naked, man?
Exactly.
Help yourself be more worthless as you is.
And that's pride, to walk around like a whore, thinking nothing's gonna happen. That's pride.
No
I
fear.
can just call 911. Some Captain Save-A-Ho is gonna jump in and save me.
No fear. It says, go. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority.
And we fear the Lord, so what's that gonna bring to us? Authority.
But roughness and pride is the losing thereof.
Exactly. And who's losing their kingdom right now? Esau, because of his roughness and his pride. And it's a great thing to see. Esau's now no longer in control of his woman. Shit, he ain't even control of his government system, his money, anything. The only thing the average Edomite can do out here is have the government tax him into oblivion and then get thrown into a concentration camp.
Yeah, this the results of when your authoritative figure have allowed. This what they have allowed, man. Just look. This what the king of the earth or the leader of this current society. Just look around, man. Dyed hair, all right.
Tattoos everywhere.
Eyelashes, tattoos everywhere. Saggy titties.
Name it, man.
Yes. Come on.
Hey, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And these people exalt the so-called white man to the clouds. While the violence, the men are walking around.
That's right.
And bed wenches ain't exempt.
For real.
Y'all about to get y'all's day too.
This 1 and 2. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
A wise man will instruct his people, and a prudent government is well ordered. And where does wisdom come? Through the fear of the Lord. And what is the fear? They following after the law, statutes, and commandments. Hey, fearing the Lord, bringing about that authority. Which with that authority, we're going to enact the law, statutes, and commandments when the kingdom is set up. And our government is going to be prudent and well ordered. You're not going to see concrete everywhere, freaks walking around, adulterers, trash.
As soon as you jump out the car, it smells like piss.
Cake piss.
You know?
The
Smell like
piss,
shit, man.
the piss is caked on these streets like that butter in a popcorn bag is caked in the side of the bag.
As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
So by seeing how degenerate these people are out here, we get an insight to how the minds of these Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gettys, Queen Elizabeth, all them, their mindsets are. They're wicked, vile degenerates. They commit child sacrifices, they drink blood, they pollute the earth, They go to war with nations to steal their resources, and they push this damn degenerate philosophy out here. Democracy, do as thou wilt, all that.
If I can say real quick, that's why when you go into the word king, a king is what? A ruler. The word rule means to measure. So anytime you have a ruler, the people are going to be held up to a certain standard of the king, man. So when you see people out of order, families destroyed, people prideful, that means what? The ruler is the same way. And in the kingdom, we're all going to be righteous, and the people don't have to be righteous.
Yeah, the people respect the ruler.
Yeah.
The same as the ruler respect the people, man. That's why when Solomon was in rule, which is Yahweh Shine, the reincarnation, the earth was in peace for 40 years. Even the other nations, Queen Sheba, the other nations came over and couldn't utter how is the world so uniform as such, man? All right?
Because the king was world.
That's why the nations, they grow for the men of the righteous people to rule. So they can be better than what they are, man. All right?
Hey, our kingdom is going to come with a standard. And just by our righteousness and holding up that standard, it's going to raise the vibration of everything else. And wouldn't somebody in their right mind want that? You would think. But these people, these heathens out here are brute beasts. They're just cattle to be slaves. And our people follow right after it. I know you have one more, and then you've been holding it. We'll get yours. We got you.
It's Job chapter 10, verse 22. A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is darkness.
That's one of my favorite precepts. Reread it again.
Job 10 and 22. A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death.
And where are we in? The valley of the shadow of death.
That's right.
Where it's just in a valley, it's a low place. And this, it's spiritual. New Orleans is under sea level.
And
the
rich
canal is a low place.
And the rich sit where?
In a low place.
Come on, which are who? The low people. How you gonna have pride again if you low and poor?
Hey, my soul abhorreth the proud poor man.
The proud poor man.
Hence why you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are always getting your shit kicked in, and then you ask for justice and peace, and no racist ass police, and you still get fucking murdered in the streets. You get murdered at the grocery stores. You get murdered everywhere.
Yeah. It says, and of the shadow of death, without any order,
a non-well-ordered, a non-prudent government, a base, worthless society. Everything's upside down. Because what does it say one of the curses was in the law force? We would become the tail, and the tail would become the head. And the head operates everything. How is the tail going to be the brain to operate everything? A tail goes with what the brain says. So we got a servant, a base man in rulership. As it says in that one you just brought up, you just quoted. The rich sit in a low place. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking on their feet. You've got servants, not just a servant, but the basis of men in rulership, and hence you see why the world is in this chaotic state it's in right now.
Yeah, surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. The potter's clay. And they have turned everything upside down, man. Everything is in reverse. So if you going forward, you going against the grain, man. All right, if you going in righteousness, you going against the grain. Because wickedness precedes righteousness, right? As it says, wait, I'm gonna get it. Come.
So Mark 16, verse 4, for by one that have understanding shall the cities be replenished.
But replenished, rejuvenated. What does it say? A new heaven and a new earth. And that's exactly what's going to happen when the elect, New Jerusalem, come off of those chariots. We're going to replenish the earth. We're going to put everything back in order under the law, statutes, and commandments. That's a beautiful precept.
But the kindred of the wicked shall speedily become desolate.
The kindred of the wicked shall speedily become desolate. And what did we bring out in the pre-camp in Isaiah 13? If the land shall no more be inhabited, but it shall become desolate. And that's exactly what's going to happen to this madness. That's madness, noise pollution. There's going to be none of that in the kingdom. But for this wickedness and this unwell-ordered government, it's going to become desolate by those nuclear missiles that are about to turn this place into a desolate wilderness, desert.
Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourned and faded away. The world languages and faded away.
If I could say real quick, when you go into that word languish in the Strongs, it means to be low, to be depleted, to be in a lower state. So, and we can clearly see that the earth is languishing. Chemtrails, concrete, pollution in the ocean, GMO foods, the list goes on and on.
Earth mourned and faded away. The world languages and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do language. The earth also is the fall under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broke the everlasting covenant.
As I said, read that last verse again, Bible Michelle.
Earth also is the fall under the inhabitants thereof.
Which we can clearly see, and I just gave some examples of the earth being defiled under the inhabitants thereof. This Edomite mixes two different types of seeds, does genetic engineering with animals, doesn't give the land the Sabbath rest, pollutes marriage, pollutes the Sabbath, just goes clean contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah. And it also says in that Isaiah 24 that the haughty, the proud people do languish. These people are living to kill themselves. They think they're living in freedom and pleasures, but they're really living a death style. As it says in Timothy, she that liveth in pleasure while she liveth is dead while she liveth. And that goes for you people out here that live after this death style. You think you're doing it big and living your best life, but you're slowly but surely killing yourself.
The Psalms,
Goliath, you had some more there?
the Psalms 82:5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth is out of course.
They know not, neither do they understand. These Edomites weren't given the ways to understand Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. What's it say? What does thou do to declare my words, declare my statutes? Here you have this Edomite who set up his kingdom, who so-called Christianity, but it did nothing to do with Christianity. Then when he was done with it as a political tool, he cast it behind his back, and he's made the whole earth out of course.
Right. They say they destroy their countenance, do it witness against them, but your countenance don't just go as them being homosexual, man. They pride is part of their countenance, the lifting up of their minds, their haughtiness, all right, their riches, their violent nature, all right. That's your countenance. Your countenance is a reflection of you, man. Being a fucking faggot and a dog lover ain't their only countenance, man. They ain't the only part of their countenance, man.
This Edomite has a God complex. Look what it says in
They
2
pray on the
Thessalonians.
poor. They pray on the poor. That's part of their countenance, man.
They lie in wait.
They lie
in the
the
villages.
they deceit. This is all part of their fucking countenance.
The so-called white man got the most dangerous, wickedest history of all.
That's right, bro.
Right? And they want to come, a lot of times up here, they want to come up here and say, oh, that's reverse racism.
Yeah.
They want to say, oh, you're racist. There's no possible way people in the sun could be racist. In order to be racist, one has to first practice supremacy. Negroes in America don't have supremacy. In order to have supremacy, you set up laws, you set up
Governmental structure.
Yeah. Yeah, government, you set up a military. Negroes don't have that. Right?
To affect the lives of Edomites.
That's another thing. That's a part of supremacy. In order to be supremacist, you gotta affect the lives of another people, man.
Yeah.
Put them down, man.
Supremacy goes into chief, like sovereignty over, in other words. And we don't have a sovereignty over nothing. We in the fucking bodegas in the insignificant places, man. We not the lawmakers. We don't rule nothing. We don't give out nothing,
They can't
man.
even rule his own household.
We not on the money. We can't be racist. We not on the money. And being racist is just for your people, man.
Check not for his people.
Jake not for his people. He killed his people, man.
For the other people that are in rulership.
Helping them. Yeah, whatever.
Look at Psalms.
Kind.
Good. You bring it up. Let me see where. Start at 600.
Start at verse 3.
Psalm 73, verse 3, where I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
And that's a lot of our people to this day. They're envious of the foolish because this Edomite has the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. This man, we in the spirit can clearly see he's going down. His own people can see they're going down. But you still have the majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are hoping things get better, that the Cragamuffin 19 just blows over, and society's going to go back to normal. You're still worried about getting your 401k, getting the bag, and living in society. Yeah.
401 gone. Brothers, any brothers got 401k withdrawal today? Tell you.
You're going to still take a major penalty. Taking it out early.
For real. But hey, you rather take a penalty than lose it all.
Yeah. And use it before it's gone.
Use it before the money gets jammed up.
Use it before you lose it.
What's wrong with him?
Looking like Logan.
What's wrong with this motherfucker?
But yeah, that's the majority of our people out here. They're envious of the foolish. And if you err not knowing the scriptures, you don't know that this Edomite didn't do anything by his own power. He didn't set up his government or take over the world by his own power. It was his blessing that the Most High gave him to only fulfill prophecy for a season. And he's just about reached those bounds, which is why he's quickly going down.
And also the scripture says, the Most High gave us into your hand. You didn't do nothing of your own will. If the Lord was to let nature play its course, hey man, Jake would have been took this shit back over, man.
Yeah,
Even in our lowest state, we're taking over Babylon. Jake, just by Jake existing, what's he doing? He's fucking all these white women and creating Jake babies.
Mocha babies, man.
If you go to the mall, like I was telling this brother before, I walked by the mall a couple of months ago, and the majority of the advertisements in the mall had Jake on it.
Yeah, man.
Jake is the standard in sports in the movies.
Hey, I love just going to the mall, seeing you know Jake gone, but you see Jake with another nation, would have got reparations.
He got the beginning part of his reparations.
He got a part of reparations.
He got
down payment on.
He got the tip in for his reparations.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Jake the salt of the earth, bro. We stronger than them. We more in number than them.
Smarter than them.
We not the they say we the word is they say we in number.
Minority.
We the majority.
We clearly
We
not
bigger than them. We faster than you. Our bitches look better than you. We taller than you. We look better than y'all.
Fuck better than you.
We fuck better than y'all. All right? We work better than y'all. Everything. Man.
Look better than you.
We look better than y'all.
Dress better than you.
We drive better than y'all.
Yeah, man.
We lean and have flavor better than y'all, man.
We breathe air better than you.
Breathe better than y'all. We drink better than y'all, man. We stand in the sun better than y'all, man.
We talk shit better than y'all.
It ain't even a comparison, man.
That's what the Lord calls the salt of the earth.
We the salt of the earth, man. Bring
And
it
guess
up.
what?
Get it
All
back.
nations of women, they come to that salt, man. They come to that salt. We ain't gotta do that much,
They
man.
want that meat season.
Yeah, Jake just gotta stand there. Yeah, Jake just gotta stand there, man.
Yeah.
All right?
And he
all
got it.
nations just come to us, man.
Let's say,
Right? You just gotta look at something. Hey, man, some of these Edomites out here, some of these nations, Jake just give them that look.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what they do down here?
Yeah.
Go over here, man.
Come out, man.
It's coming.
let's say
We walk better than them. Everything, man.
just let's say we go by Darwinism and natural selection and survival of the fittest. Let's say things are just supposed to naturally progress.
Jake on a low level. Jake got something on a
For real.
Jake got something on a low level.
Come on, man.
Jake would just naturally take over because what? You Edomites, your birth rates are declining because y'all don't like the fuck. Y'all are natural sodomites. Jake naturally just walk into pussy and replenish themselves. And look at ancient Rome. Jake took over ancient Rome.
Yeah. The tail end, the Holy Roman Empire, man. That was made up of you Jakes, man.
Jake was that Septimius Severus
Yeah.
of the Roman Empire. It was putting that cutter down,
Putting that
man.
cutter down, man.
You know, and plugging, man. It's gonna come back.
Shit, it's coming back right now with even on a low level with these 2/3. They live in like ancient Rome on its decline. Jake dealing with Esau's
Jake-
women.
Boy, Jake gonna be the quagmires of the kingdom, man. Jake,
God.
Jake don't act a fool, man. Legal? They can do this?
Yes. What? Bro, Esau threw Jake more wicked than you niggas, man.
Yeah.
They don't even have that. That's the only
Hey,
thing they got.
that's
Jake's more
wickedness.
wicked than them, man.
You can say it. Jake surpassed the
You
D's
have
and
to
the wicked.
surpass the deeds of y'all, man. Y'all can't do what y'all was granted right.
Created for right.
Y'all were
You can't.
created for right.
Hey, you know
Y'all
what, bro?
been surpassed, man.
I sit here for many years, you know, we watch motorsport. Man, I have never seen niggas, man, this nigga got the motorbike, the bitch. Hey, we used to
He
win
got
it
that
back.
bitch straight up.
Yeah, we used to win it like this
Yeah,
down the
like
street.
this, vertical.
Man, them niggas
I
winning
brought
that bitch.
bitch up there.
Like,
They hold back on the ground
Yeah.
like
just like Jake just on
this nigga got flavor, bro.
Y'all niggas in the army
Got
with
flavor, bro.
prestigious airmen. Them niggas was flying planes doing
Yes.
all type of
They
shit,
never
man.
had a casualty on any one of their missions in
Yeah.
World War II.
No
You hated
hits.
on that shit, man. Man, Jake is better than you by default.
Jake was over in Europe during them wars, and what were all them women doing? The
Flocking.
German women, the
Flocking,
French
man.
women. They were coming to get some of that American Lincoln law.
Flocking, man.
And look, if I could just say real quick, another thing, sports. When boxing, Edomites started, you had the Monopoly Man mustache, and you were fighting like this. But then when Jake came in,
Jake Johnson.
Jake took it over. Jake took over everything: football, basketball.
Jake Johnson whoop you Edomite's ass tonight. And by the time you wake up, he got 3 women on the thing with a big ass meat, man.
Yeah.
Right. Jake was dominating the gladiators, man.
You can clearly see my sister.
Even in the book Nature No Caroline, it's a part there where it said you was looked right to be white, you was looked down upon, man. You know? They wanted that dark skin. I know.
And you can clearly see who the chosen people of the Lord is, man. A blind man could see it. Remember that the Lord made us peculiar, man. All right? So we're distinct from everybody, man. All right? This is Proverbs 3:31.
So let's just look, because me and the brother Kazaki always talk about this. Let's just look at New Orleans. Out of every other state, you got Alabama, you got Mississippi, you have Florida. When you look at them Jakes, you get the same ordinary plain Jane Jake.
Yeah.
Jake got the same her. You know, Jake talk.
Yeah.
You go to LA, hey cuz, you got the same shit. When you come down here, you got the variety of different flavors down here, man. Jake is different down here, man. Jake got the sauce, man. Even in the wickedness, Jake got the sauce, man.
Bring the Matthew 13:5. The scripture said that. You got it? Bring that up. That got to come out, man. We're just talking for our help, man. This is how you distinguish between the nations of people. And you can clearly see that there's a nation greater than the other nations, but they're at the rock bottom. They're in the rock bottom, man. That's why they got to go get the talent of the NFL. They got to go get them out the hood. Where they go draft them from? Out the hood, out the project, man.
Man, what would happen?
Man.
What would happen in this day and age if the NBA and the NFL was all white? That shit would have been on TV. That shit would have been on TV.
That's why they had to integrate the Israelites into everything. You people right here, all right? They had to integrate them into everything. Acting. If they were still acting on the TV, they wouldn't get views.
Right.
All right?
Even
Nobody
now.
will watch that shit, man.
It's another dude, I forgot his name, Lewis Hamilton. He a F1 race car driver. And they done took over that shit. He the highest paid F1 race car
They
driver.
got a Jake and Hockey right now who just whipping ass and
Yeah,
hockey.
other guy, he played for the Penguins. I think he a Jake.
Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, that nigga be doing Allen Iverson
Yeah,
moves on
them
the
niggas
fucking
Jake,
on the ice, man.
Them niggas might be Jake, bro.
You know?
They might be Jake.
If they're the best in anything,
Yeah,
Jake.
that's Jake.
Yeah.
You got it.
And if I could say real quick, was to say Jacob is the former of all things. Anything that these heathens ever had, there was a Jake behind the scenes that brought it forth.
Yeah.
And then just a heathen, because Jake was in captivity, took the credit for it.
and also you have Jake that look like the heathen.
That did it.
They're still the most influential of the so-called heathen.
Yeah.
Like the samurai, those are Jakes.
Nikola
Bruce Lee,
Tesla.
Nikola Tesla, Jake. All these heroes and so-called white people, a lot of them are little Judah.
Yeah, that's some tribe, man. Like I fucked the brother's head up back in the day. You would think that what's my man? Cause I'm looking at your boy with the cap right there. You think Chuck Norris is a fucking Edomite? That guy's a whole Israelite, man. Right? That guy there is fucking gay, man.
I think Steven Seagal is like too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so? I don't know. He got some moves, bro. I think he's smooth, brother.
I don't know which Stevenson gonna move
That's-
y'all
that's-
are watching.
He might be an Israelite. It's neither here nor there. He can't be no heathen, brother. That's gonna be a hard. It's all good. But anyways, it's all good. He's smooth, brother. Like, yeah, he's pretty fucking cold, bro.
Y'all just stuck in the 90s.
It's all good.
I'm fucking with y'all.
Sure, go ahead.
As Matthew 5 verse 13, ye are the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
But if the salt have lost its savor,
Yeah.
wherewith shall it be salted?
Yeah, and we are in a state of where we lost our Savior. But guess what? These particular men and like-minded men, they got the flavor back, man. Starting with our elder and apostles, all right? To get your flavor is to remember who you are, technically, man. It ain't to go jump and dunk a basketball, because you could get anybody off the street to do that. But you ain't getting anybody to come represent the men of the Lord and bring the nation back, man. They helping rebirth the nation. That's all the flavor there is, man. It don't get more flavorful than that. Then you getting different what? Inside of the body of the men of the Lord, you getting different gifts. And honest, that's all the flavor. What you doing, you looking at a remnant of the flavor of the Lord, man. That's why he said, I water my best garden bed. All right? You looking at different spices, herbs of the Lord, man. But you looking at them through men. You want to say something else?
You know, on the outside, you got these people on the outside that look at us because we come out here to the work of
Yeah.
the Lord. Oh, y'all homeless.
That's respect.
Y'all, how the fuck we homeless?
Yeah.
We got, like, even back then we had Canon cameras. Brothers got fucking
Up in their
signs.
phone,
Brothers got nice shoes on.
Yeah, man.
Brothers got even talents in the world. You got brothers that can produce music and do produce music for so-called major artists. and shit.
Yeah.
You got brothers that do all type of things, man. You know?
What's up? Nah, it ain't like that.
Which guy?
You talking about the God of the Bible, or you just talking about the God of this world? This
Like just God in general.
This is God to the world.
Creator.
We believe in the God of the Bible, which is the God of the universe. What comes from? Like, yeah. I got a preset of God.
This is Isaiah 55. This Isaiah 55 and 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said Yahweh.
And that's what we know.
Okay. Everything you see out here right now, every creation,
The Most High spoke it into existence.
so you're saying that God don't give man thoughts to create better existence?
Yeah, he does do that. He also gives men thoughts to create a worse existence.
But see, that's man starting to use his gifts.
Man doesn't have free will, though.
There's a question you asking or you teaching?
No, I'm asking y'all.
Right, but it sounds like it's an answer you're giving us too. I want to know where you're at. You was into it. Yeah. So we want to know where you're at. Give Proverbs 33.
Kind.
Go ahead with what you're saying. My bad, bro.
I'm talking to people.
My bad. Yeah.
Wait, so what's your start getting precepts?
All right, come
I just got my man right here.
So
This brother rap to me.
For sure.
Well, God does give men thoughts. He can give them thoughts to create a better society, and he can also give them thoughts to create a worse society. But man can't just take his gifts or his talents and just do whatever he wants with it. Because contrary to popular belief, there is no free will according to the scriptures. And that's what we believe in.
I mean, man does have free will.
He doesn't have free will at all.
How much you charge to rap this?
Yeah, and the Most High put them thoughts in his head for him to commit them acts so he could be justified in judging.
Okay, I'll send it to you. Okay, I trust you. Send it back.
You got precept? Listen up. Just start getting the
I can get this
precepts.
information.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 9. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps.
A man's heart, and that word heart goes into your mind, your lahab. A man's heart or his mind deviseth this way. So you may have liberty to think your thoughts to an extent, but as it says, the Most High directed his steps. No matter what you may so-called want to do personally, the Most High is going to decide what you're going to do for the day. Like, you may think to turn left, and you may think that's your actual thought, but it's the Most High making you turn left. It's the Most High made you come up here today and answer these questions to get these answers. You got that Isaiah 33?
I got Job 33.
You got the Job 33. Job 33. Listen to this.
This Job 33 and 14. It says, for God speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceive it not. In a dream and a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men.
So when you were asleep yesterday night, let us finish our point. When you were in the deep sleep yesterday night, and when we were in the deep sleep yesterday night, listen to what it's going to say.
It says, in a slumberance upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instructions.
Everything we came to be, it was sealed in our minds to come out here and preach this word. And it was sealed in your mind to come up here and ask these questions.
We're not attacking you, brother. Hey, we're not attacking you. We're not attacking you, bro. We already know where you at.
Yeah,
I mean, listen. You gotta listen. You gotta listen first, bro.
I was just listening.
What?
Yeah, if I seem like I was laughing, I wasn't laughing. I just do that sometimes when I talk because I get excited.
It sounds like mindset hustle. Sounds like some revolution. Y'all bring up I ain't gonna get deep into this conversation. I ain't gonna Quran. I need to know. I'm getting into this.
I'm not even about to go. I go deep into that shit. See, man, according to the world, man's this deep. It's not his own. A lot of it on somebody else.
To an extent, a lot of our people are. Because who's in rulership right now? These so-called white people. So the ways that they put into place, a lot of our people follow it.
Well, we're ethnic thing because see, we always looking to point somebody for our trouble. We gotta look at ourselves first. Because even though they put it on the plate, we're not eating it.
You don't have a choice whether you want to eat it or not.
You do have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
You have a choice.
You don't.
You
don't have a choice.
Get that day.
As long as you think like that, you don't have a choice.
Deuteronomy,
You don't have a choice.
30.
30.
I think it's in Deuteronomy 30.
Yes, 30 and 19. That's what you're talking about. So it says, let me finish this off. It says, then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. So basically, whatever you purposing from your heart, because when you read Jeremiah 10 and 23,
I got it.
You got
it right here. This is Jeremiah 10 and 23. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself.
Yeah.
It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps.
See, so the way that man thinking, because we want to start like, man, we doing whatever we want, how we want to do it, to who we want to do it. I get what, I know, I'm just getting this part through, so just to clarify, all right, just so you can get on our end of what we trying to convey to you, all right? We saying like, man don't have control over his thoughts like that. You say there's consequences beyond a man for what he, the thoughts he have to direct man, or what you mentioned, I don't want to twist your words. But what we saying, the thoughts come from the Lord, and we don't have to feel like that, like you think you have. When the Lord already sealed our thoughts, so the decisions you make really was predicated on the Lord already having you make them decisions. And he turned you from the way that you was going to make the decision.
You don't have free will. You don't have liberty.
You got liberty.
You have liberty, but you don't have free will. It's like if I was to ask you, if I was to have free will, guess what? I wouldn't want to die. But you got to die.
Everything has a rise and fall. It's the law,
What he said? I couldn't hear.
Everything has a rise and fall on this universe. So everything will, reincarnate, die, live, die. So, you have no control over that. But you have control over your actions. That's your free will. Like, if I wanted to do this thing, that was my free will. I had consequences behind it. Nothing around here to stop me.
if you would have done that, the Most High would have put it in your mind to push that thing. Yeah. And then the consequences would have come because the Most High wanted to judge you.
You say that's the law of what though?
The universe.
The law, what you read, the 48 laws of power, brother? Cause look, I done jokes and did this with, you know, like, go ahead. No, because you said the law, I don't know what you said that law. What the law of polarity? The law of polarity. I couldn't hear you clearly. That's why I asked.
Polarity. You know what that word polarity
No,
means?
tell me what it means.
It means energy.
Okay.
What it means?
What's a pole?
Pole?
The root word of polarity is pole.
Polarity. You say it's the rise and fall of vibration.
Polarity
It's
is a
the
pole. It's two
rise
sides.
and fall.
Look it up. Let's look it up and get it. Because those who are,
See if
you got a
polarity-
phone?
See what polarity?
Look it up. Look it up.
We about.
I don't even know how to spell it. What is P-O-L-A-R-I-T-Y? Is that what you were saying? Oh, okay. All right. I knew. Okay.
You know etymology. You know etymology that
Let me
bad.
just read right quick. This Romans chapter 9. Let's start at
Magnetic or electrical.
Like
The
energy.
rise and fall of vibration.
Hey, brother, listen to it's the balance.
It's the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, which is rise and fall. Familiar with the story of Egypt?
Hey,
The Most
the
High
Most High
rose up
set up
Yeah,
Pharaoh
that's it.
during Egypt to
Yeah.
suppress the. No, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. And we can get polarity. As it was saying, reread it again.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared.
You were talking about a man. A man doesn't have an opinion, doesn't have a choice on whether he's reincarnated or not. But when he gets, you said that. We're not about to play these games, and I'm gonna be as simple as that. You said a man has no choice whether he's getting reincarnated or not, but then he can make choices in. All right, no, I'm not meaning any offense. I'm just,
Control of the conversation you want me to get your narrative. I see where you're coming from.
it's not my narrative.
And we was both correct. We was both correct. It means the same thing. What you were saying and what I was saying. You want to read it right here?
I mean, that's not the
What did it say? What did it say? What did it say? Read it.
In chemistry, polarity is the separation of electric charge leading to a molecule or its chemical groups having an electric a dipole moment with a negative charge and a positively charged end. Polar molecules must contain one or more polar bonds due to a difference in the electronegativity between bonded atoms.
So what that
So
mean
it's
in
a rise and fall
summarize, what that
vibration.
mean in layman's terms?
That's
He
a
do
scientific
electrical-
definition.
He do electrician.
That's
why you asked.
electricity or magnetism. That means that the negative side will be directed to a certain pole, the negative side, the positive side will be directed to the positive pole,
Yeah.
the direction of
And when- and when you-
magnetism of energy.
And when you get, and it's like they say, when it's hooked to certain molecules, it switches.
Right, the direction.
If it go up, it gotta come down.
But what they got to do with the law and what we establishing about our thoughts?
Because for the
It's like that went
hold
off.
on. For the
That
simple
went a whole
fact-
other way.
For the simple fact, he
That's
done
what-
read something, you done read something, he done said something, we done forgot why we even brought the word polarity up.
But that's what the whole purpose of the matter. You brought it up because you said it's between images.
But I'm talking to 5 different people, so I'm trying to keep track of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep track of what y'all saying.
Okay, but why you brought energy up relative to what thoughts of man is going?
talking
You
about
said
free
the law of energy. We're talking about free will. That's what I'm asking.
I got something for
What
you.
that had to do? Wait, hold on. That's not confusing. What that energy you brought up of being with, the definition of what you said have to do with the thoughts of men. The thoughts of men is relatively related to energy. Is what you're saying? I don't
Said
want you to
everything
get
got
trapped in what you
a
saying.
rise and fall.
Action
Man,
goes back to energy.
Hold up, bro. You gonna let me answer your
Brother,
question?
like, I don't know where you at
you
with
gonna-
it, bro. Listen,
you trying
this
to answer
our
your-
shit, though,
I'm
brother.
asking
You can't come in a man
I
shit
ain't
and
trying
run
to
his
say,
shit.
hold on, I ain't trying to bring
You
shit
see
up.
what I'm
Answer your
saying?
question,
Go ahead,
bro.
go ahead.
Nah, man, because you just went a whole nother notion, bro.
Well, brother, go ahead and answer the question, brother.
You have a,
Well, we
you have a
good,
good
man.
day. You have a good
You have
day.
a good day.
You have a good day.
Man, I ain't going off on you emotional, bro. We dealing like men. I ain't tripping. Because you emotional, though, brother.
Hey, you worried? Stop worrying about a tone of a man. We men we talk.
We doing knowledge. I'm not offending you.
Don't worry about that, brother.
But you
Don't get caught up in how a man talks.
I ain't gonna get emotional through it. All right, go ahead, handle it. You said I'm talking loud. We men, man. We talk loud, man. That's cool, but we men to talk loud on the outside. They got motorcycles going on, people walking. So I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm by it. All right, but look, get to your point. Do your thing. Back to the lesson.
Enjoy your Saturday.
Have your good day, bro.
Hey, the spirit's going in. Let's go on. Let's see what the scriptures have to say about free will.
But that's what you get when you know.
We got a damn rolled up either
48
laws
laws
of
of power and different things you get when you been in jail and particular shit like that.
Vibrations,
Your partner back. I'm done talking to you. No,
We're done talking to you. We're done talking to you.
I'm done talking to you. I don't want to answer no more questions. I don't like the way you just have your good day, brother. You don't like how I talk, so why you asking me questions?
So get the proverbs. Back to regularly scheduled program.
Real quick. What he was talking about goes into alchemy and Freemasonry. That polarity, the laws of this is what the scriptures say. This is Sirach 42 and 24. All things are doubled one against another, and the Most High made nothing imperfect.
Most High made nothing imperfect, which means He controls all sides of the board, both sides of the board. And when it says,
man.
When we know Salaki, brother, to make your point, we always talk about the same thing. Well, Jake is an actor, man. He don't got no knowledge, so what he got to do is revert to what? I'm a gangster. I'm on gangster time, the law, energy, and jail shit. That shit don't work up there, brother. Ain't no being emotional. Ain't no such thing. We out. Listen, brother. We outside. Cars passing. Dogs barking. Birds chirping. Sirens? What you want me to do?
and brother just naturally talk loud because what we're passionate about this thing.
The Lord, Yahushua had an all-stiff. His voice traveled, man. So what people gonna say? Oh, he talking loud. He got a heavy voice. You too aggressive. You think I'm gonna tell another man he too aggressive? Bro, that's a slight to my testosterone, man. I'm talking about. Go ahead, brother. Right.
I mean, one thing back to in that Sirach 42. The most
That's
high
the thing too, man.
perfect.
Think about it too. Is, I think it's Ezekiel the second chapter, or third chapter. We ain't like we making our heads hard against you niggas' head, man. We ain't scared of you niggas, man.
And he came in with what we doing, y'all can know, bro. We ain't come ask him nothing. I ain't gonna ask you nothing.
I hate you energy niggas, man. You niggas is all about vibration and all that. You confuse yourself.
What goes up? What comes down? See?
And he did. That's just it.
And he ain't remember what he said, man. I don't know what they asked the word.
I hate them niggas, bro.
Come on, bro. That's why we don't like niggas.
He do a whole bunch of talking to make that one point about going up, what comes down.
Polarity.
They
don't got nothing to do with nothing. Exactly.
Yeah, we were both right. No, nigga,
No, ain't no such thing as we both right.
I ain't know that nigga knew about polarity.
Hey, you gonna?
He didn't know his argument was. He just wanted to be right.
Yeah, that sounds deep.
Yeah, you talking over me. That's all niggas. That's all of them, man.
Two ends of a man.
That's it. Negative, positive. That's polarity. This cool this way, this repel.
What he got to do with the thoughts in a man's head? See, when I ask the man, that's when he wants to see, you get loud with me. Dog.
Come on, bro. When you come down here,
niggas carnal,
if you've got bad intentions, your polarity pulls you down. But if you've got good intentions with your free will, your polarity pulls you up.
And then when you stand up to Jake, that offends Jake. That's offensive to him.
Let me get my shit.
You gotta let me rule on. Whoa.
Don't bring all that negativity around me, bro.
I was going to talk to you.
Talk sweet to me, baby.
Ain't about that negativity. What you put out in the world gonna come back to you.
Yeah. I'm just putting out positive energy. You niggas giving negative energy.
If you putting out positive energy,
he just went negative, nigga. You wanted to get down, man.
Straight negative, dude. But he all positive, man.
Come on, Ain't T, we doing something, Ain't T.
That's Sirach 42.
Come on, T, we doing something. We doing something, bro. You gotta go up the street.
I've been with tough niggas all my life.
That's Rock 42. Come on, man. 24. All things are double, one against another. And he hath made nothing imperfect. One thing establisheth the good of another.
Hey, the Lord made nothing imperfect. And that doesn't mean that Esau's perfect and he's gonna make it. He was made to be the perfect devil. He was made to be the perfect example of wickedness. To what? Establish the good of the other. To establish the kingdom. To let us see what a wicked rulership is, and for us to get in order and follow after our power. And in another example, that nigga that came up, the Most High made one thing against another. He made us in our perfection to go against his imperfection. He's imperfect, not knowing what the fuck's going on. But he came up here talking shit, and what do? We brought out scriptures and edified the camera. That's it. Hey, it says in Romans 11 that the wicked are for our benefit. They're to sharpen us up and to let us see how much of a great thing the Most High did by waking us up, not of our free will. We didn't do this of our own. We did this through the Most High, allowing us to have this knowledge and understanding.
Let no nigga from Hunt's prison, correction, fucking teach us, man. Real fast, strict, man.
Stupid the sign.
She gonna listen.
I see the sign.
It's a beautiful point you made because him being all establishes the goodness of the righteousness of Yahweh. You see the confusion of these people, and you see us, we all join in one accord. You ask any brother up here a question, you're gonna get the same answer. We're coming out the scripture. You ask 100 niggas one question, you're gonna get 200 answers. Because Jake in the world just got his own mind, man.
And then even his own
That's not even his mind.
The Most High sealed him to come up here and be a reprobate and not make any goddamn sense to what he's saying.
This Proverbs 18 and 2. A fool have no delight in understanding.
Fool has no delight in understanding. Because this nigga, when he was in jail, he was the man with one half.
He was Mr. Polarity.
That nigga Tyrone, peace, man. That's why you kept the niggas off you for polarity in jail, man.
Positive energy.
Yeah.
You know that nigga, he's making it right. I'm making a bad decision, so I'm negative. That's a deep brother. Now let me go open the cabinet.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
A fool have no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. Like he came up here just to discover itself. Like, look, this is what I believe. I got a question. You asked me a question, but you teach it.
And giving an answer to the question.
You notice, like I said before, when you challenge these guys, their theory, what they believe, they get frustrated. Yeah. You make a so-called Negro think, he gets frustrated. And he just want to get cornered, walk down the street.
You're aggressive. You're too aggressive.
Come on, man.
And then they don't have anything to support their narrative. It's just all words. We go on the scriptures, Bible, like,
hey,
we
then,
like, brother, what you gonna do to
then
support yourself?
When he had on his phone,
was the chemical program.
He didn't go to the definition. He went to the
it was a picture that he screenshot off of Pinterest, man. I seen shit.
God damn.
It's a screenshot of picture from Pinterest.
And the little Pinterest thing on the search bar at the top.
We both right.
Come on, man.
That's no such thing we did.
We know, but hey, man, the Most High put Jake brothers in all them fields.
They
man.
know about everything.
The Most High had him stand next to an electrician.
For real.
Exactly.
Now you had that electricity, like, yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? Damn, I don't
brother. Get excited over there. Polarity getting built up.
This real quick. This Romans 13:1. It says, "Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there's no power but the Most High."
Yeah, the Most High is the main polarity, nigga. The Most High calls the shots. Whether you get it, you don't get it. Whether you, hey man. The brother said, you can push it, man, but what comes behind that?
You're talking about consequences.
Scott, you motherfucking right, consequences behind that, man.
Jake don't respect consequences. Because what they do, they offend people, they kill other people, they do things, but you won't preach stuff about consequences, man.
Energy.
Vibration. Come on, man.
He was like, as soon as you told him that no man could choose when he died, he was like, oh, yeah, you can't choose that, so how you got free will? You can't, if anybody has free will,
they can choose anything they want.
That gets them every time. That's undefeated, man.
Yeah.
That's undefeated.
Well, everything got to die and live. Well, that means you ain't got free will.
Yeah, you ain't
Whoever got that over you, that's who got free will. Whoever got the over life and death, that's got the free will.
Hey,
you can't even choose how you die.
Yeah, the Lord Lord said, don't fear him that can kill the body, but fear him that can kill the body and soul, man. He's the main polarity.
Hey, while that nigga was talking, the angel that's around our camp was just had his face in his hand, just doing that to him. Just,
yeah, man.
Read that again.
You don't trust no nigga with no fucking Cuban face.
Hollywood gallery shirt.
And the bugler rolled up in jail. That's the buglers you roll up when you're in jail. And Jay think he the only one been to jail, man. We don't fucking out here. We don't want that type of energy on us, man. We don't tell people I've been to jail. I'm real. Man, you a dumb nigga if you in jail. You did some shit to get caught and go to jail for.
Yeah, or if you're in college.
Or if you're in college, yeah, you got played, man. You fucking you played yourself.
Fuck your mother.
That same thing.
The same thing, it don't matter. Fuck it.
Merry Christmas.
Romans 13. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but the Most High.
Let every soul be subject to the higher power. When you're a subject, what does that mean? You're under their dominion. You're under their subjection.
And that's the only energy we respect, man.
Yeah, if you had free
that's
will,
the only energy we respect.
If you had free will, nigga, you wouldn't have been in jail, man.
Wouldn't have been in jail. You didn't choose him. You got caught.
Hey, his polarity was negative,
Nothing to support us, but get that.
Look at that nigga, man. You're like he got in a hot tub time machine and came back. Yeah, he looks like he's from 92. Yeah, ain't like he one of them niggas in that Jubilee. Jubilee. You know what I'm talking about? Doing that fucking dance and shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, he look outdated. Just look at him. He look like an outdated poop, man.
Extra in a hot boy.
Yeah, like, bro, you living in the 90s, brother.
Like, if you have free will, you think you can up your fashion.
He's a nigga in the video doing this.
Throwing up his board.
Yeah, throwing up some sign, man.
Board in 2002 still saying holding.
Yeah, these stupid niggas, man. That's what all you jailhouse niggas do, man. You convert to Islam, and you niggas get to talking about vibration and energy. But that same energy can't make them bars unlock, nigga. It can't make you jump over them.
Will you get out of prison?
Jump over them ball wire gates, man. That dog won't get on your ass, man. Huh?
Reading that 48 laws of power shit. Bugging you out, man.
He in the hole, he in the dormitory.
Yeah, he in the dormitory.
He don't even read.
Nigga never read. Who he not in that bitch, bro?
He right here read.
He
fucked up right there. He
fucked up like,
come on, man.
And if you read that book, the scheme must tell you to be subservient to a higher person. Like be the hidden hand behind the power. Be the subject to the king.
That's what two niggas can't do. You niggas in the world, you corner niggas in the world, you don't know how to play second. You don't know how to play third. You don't know how to. I know how to. Brothers learn how to be second, third, fourth, fifth. You niggas in the world, you can't do it, man.
Right,
it's a pride.
Yeah. You have to play your position and learn how to be in the position in order to be first. Everybody's searching out here to be first, man.
Yeah.
That's why that Band-Aid wearing nigga from St. Louis made that song. I am number one.
Greatest.
Yeah. Everybody has to be number one.
Salaki, the greatest number is one. Everybody together, man.
Right.
The whole collective group together, man. We won because, like he said, I didn't know what polarity means. Okay, I didn't know what it means. You did, though. So now what? It's all good. You know it. We all know it. Yeah. You know it. We all know it now. All right, yeah, man.
Hey, we're one body. We one body. Like we brought out last night. Can the eye say I'm an eye? And would the whole body be an eye? No. We all understand our role to play in this body, and we do it in subjection to the Yahweh Shem.
If I don't know about polarity, I'm gonna bring a word up to know about polarity. He's gonna deal with you, man.
That's it, man.
Collectively, you got over 50, 60 years of worth of experience right here, man.
For real.
Each brother a year that the brother's in, you can collectively put them together. You can't rest. You can't fight against that, man. That's a whole NFL defensive offensive line, there, man. You ain't getting through that, man. That's what frustrated the nigga.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
All right.
I'm talking to 5 of y'all.
Yeah, and we not up here. Right. And we not up here just because I didn't know what polarity means. I don't feel no type of way about that.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody got I don't know about it. I'm like, hey, buddy, yeah, well, he got it. At the end of the day, the things that they're concerned with, it matters none to us.
He just want to sound smart, you know?
Yeah, he won't sound
now
wise.
Now you got a whole video dedicated to him being
you.
stupid.
Yeah. Jay probably cutting him on now. Hey, man, go back to prison. If somebody put a comment on that to go back to prison, man. You better off back in prison. All right? It's helping you more. And most of them niggas learn that 48 laws of power and that energy shit because them niggas go and get protection, man. Them niggas go and get protection, man.
You niggas wait. You wait to go to jail, call home. Hey, mama, I'm lifting weights now. I'm reading. I read 48 laws of power. Rich dad, poor dad. You can read now, baby. You could have did it out here.
And that's all digital last week.
Yeah. I'm reading my polarity, mama. I'm welding now.
You read about polar bears, baby?
Yeah, I'm working in the kitchen. Stupid shit, man. The whole time, polarity can't get chocolate thunder off your ass. The nigga in the cell, 6'5", 320
He's
pounds,
giving you
man.
a polarity.
Yeah, he giving you polarity, man.
He giving you the positive and the negative.
Yeah, he that nigga on that picture. He didn't want to open them cabinets up, man.
Oh,
yeah.
And look for the guard before he did it.
Yeah. All them goddamn souls in his head.
Sit on that. Yeah, he been a nigga. We big. The brother big PG.
Yeah, he
been a nigga that getting blowed, his back blowed out.
Yeah, man. Them damn wing.
Really,
too goddamn old.
On your
too old and grown to have them fucking wingworms in your head. Man, nigga can't have wingworms in your head, man.
Yeah, you gotta learn cleanliness when you go to jail. All you niggas got time to do is take a shower and chill. Nigga, get clean, nigga. And read about polarity.
Yeah, read the whole chapter. Took him 5 months to read a whole chapter about polarity.
You got that mixed up with Pilates, man.
I hate you, nigga. I got to finish up.
You're like a fucking faggot, man.
This Hosea.
Wait, hold on a second. We get that Sirach 18, then you got it. Because what it say? Be subject unto the higher power. And when you're subject, that means you have no control, free will. Get that Sirach 18.
It's Sirach 18:1. He that liveth forever created all things in general. Yahweh only is righteous and there is none other but he.
Hey, I want to say one thing. You got free will, but you can't leave America. You have free will, but it's mandatory you get to see 19.
Yeah.
You got it. You see? Yes. Something wrong now, man.
You see, y'all have free will. Revelation 13 and 16 comes to pass. The scripture says he caused it all. He doesn't say he give y'all the choice.
You're going to be back in jail by that time.
Oh, yeah. And he's going to get it in jail. He's going to be dead or jail. Bond and free.
Where you got no restrictions whatsoever. To nothing. That's no boundaries, no restrictions, man. No statutes, no limitations. You fully able to go, walk, fly, everything, man. I'm lost.
If he had free will, he could have made us all be quiet and not know what we're talking about.
He
can take so many paths with having free will.
It says, who governeth the world with the
The kingdom, we're going to be forced to be righteous. We're not going to have free
We don't have free will to not be, to be wicked.
Yeah, we still ain't gonna have free will in the kingdom of heaven, man. We're gonna have to be righteous. We can't tell the Lord, hey, take some of this off.
Yeah, take Hebrews 8
Take Hebrews 8 and 8
I'm
off.
just sinning. Like, I just want sin for one day.
Yeah, no, man. We would never have free will, brother. Long as the Lord, and the Lord is the ancient of days. He lived forever. He's outside of time. We can't surpass that. And we okay with that. Perfectly fine. We cool with it. It says,
Smart, stupid niggas.
yeah, you're the smartest, dumbest nigga we know. It says, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will.
Point blank, period. All things obey his will. And just to back up what you were saying, where it's like, let's see if you have free will in Revelation 13, verse 16 takes place. The Most High is going to put it in your mind to be subject to these Edomites, to jab you up with that chip. So you don't have free will. Esau doesn't have free will. We don't have free will. And you know what? I'm happy about it. I'm an Israelite. I'm out here preaching this word and have a shot. I don't even have free will whether I'm going to be of the elect or not. Abarak, these brothers and myself are of the elect.
For real, brother. It says, for he is the king of all, by his power, dividing holy things among them from profane. They never no energy, man.
No polarity. No popsicles.
What up?
Right? Yeah, the precept back. Then we'll get that problem.
Just going into how bro was dabbling in different philosophies and didn't know what he was talking about. This thing has been a problem. Hosea 5 and 4. They will not frame their doings to turn unto their God. For the spirit of whoredom is in the midst of them. And they have not known the Lord.
What's up?
Verse 5. And the pride of Israel don't testify to his face. Therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity. Judah also shall fall with them.
Read it again, bro.
This Hosea 5, verse 4. They will not frame their doings to turn unto their God, for the spirit of whoredom is in the midst of them, and they have not known the Lord. And the pride of Israel do testify to his face. Therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity. Judah also shall fall with them.
We clearly see that. And they're giving over to these wicked and seducing spirits. And even they don't have the free will for that. The Most High sealed their minds, as it says back in Job 33, for these demons to come on them, for them to wake up bugged out, walk up here, get cut, look like an idiot on the camera. And the Most High put it in his spirit to walk down the street talking to himself, bugged out.
He got extra jazz.
But that's what Jay gonna do. Now you was right here by me, and you ain't flex. You ain't do none of that. But you too aggressive, bro. I gotta get away from you.
Baby, don't talk to me so loud, baby.
This 1 Timothy 1:3. As I besought thee to abide still at Ephesus, when I went into Macedonia, that thou mightest charge some that they teach no other doctrine, neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies.
He was giving heed to plenty of fables.
There's an endless genealogy. You talking about energy. You don't even know how the elements of the world work, man. The Lord, when you go to Genesis 1, you got it right.
He brought up the Kabbalah before he left. That's a completely satanic book.
Man, you in that shit.
The Sephiroth and all the tree of life and all that shit.
Bro, that 48 laws of power bug you out,
Yeah,
brother.
that teach you how to be a damn sociopath.
Exactly.
Wicked ass book.
That's a wicked book. And them
That
niggas
teaches me a
sit there for
Sigma man.
10 years and read it back and forth.
This is sick of it.
How to play games with people's mind, brother. You can't wordplay with the Lord because we're going to bring out the word of the Lord. And that's going to cut it short. You don't know the word of the Lord. You got to go in a book of
See what that
read that.
What that guy was doing, he was seeking dominance. You don't let me. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He's like, nah. They want to work like this our shit, man. You coming our round. You know? Which we, like I said, we run this, man. Everything that you had, it came with, got bust down, man. And it frustrates niggas every time. Every time. When you challenge a nigga on that bullshit, he gets frustrated, man. You done made me forget what I wanted to say. I didn't know.
You didn't know what you wanted to say to begin with.
Yeah, man.
All you had was a Pinterest screenshot.
Yeah.
That was your whole arsenal. That was your whole defense.
I'm gonna fuck him up with this. Watch this.
Chemical polarity.
He gonna try to tell the Brown he's close.
Yeah, you dumb fucking monkey.
Tell that nigga. That's the only big word you know.
And he didn't know what it meant.
Exactly. What's the etymology?
He didn't know what it means. He had to go to his phone.
We both right. See,
No.
nigga can't never take the low. The brother can say, hey, I don't know that. You got me.
I said that.
What was the opening?
I said, that was it. Brothers can say, we don't know something.
I don't know the word, man. You know.
What was the opening?
They're not going back
point of
down.
camp?
They're not going back down, bro.
Yeah.
What was the opening point of camp? Pride.
Right.
That's his pride.
There you go.
That's another example of pride coming up.
He learned that from the 48 laws that Edom give them when they go to jail. Hey, Edom tell these niggas read that. Bro, you ever read the 48 laws of power? No. And I don't want to read it. Because you're going to get demons on you after you read it. Unless you're a brother.
It's gonna help me get out of jail.
It's going to help me get out of jail? Them niggas read that and they didn't get out of jail right away.
It's going to help you get out of America? No.
For real. It says, neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith.
And the apostles and the elders went over that about a couple days ago.
Yep.
Which Jake was arguing about gender strength. It brought gender strength back then because Jake got a circumcision and was like, hey, well, basically, my family and my genealogy gives me rank to be over, be over you and do certain and govern certain things, man. You know, that's what brought those endless genealogies.
Yeah.
Argument of genes and
Extended out here to this day and shit. Yeah.
Which they do it here.
And that'll be a problem with us because at the time, the ancient time, they had just the priests doing the work of the Lord. Now, once Yahushua came, all the tribes is doing it. Just the priests or the Levites will be like, look, y'all can't do nothing. We got to come out here and just tease about the word of the Lord. It'll just strife now.
The Lord dispelled.
Yeah, he dispelled all
Back
that.
then, you had men, like the Paul said, you had men that can go and get their records and say, hey, look, yeah, man, my family was right here. I got right. I got a ring. Yeah. That's what Jake about. Jake all about rank. Jake all right being a man.
One up.
Yeah, one and up in you there, man.
That goes back to John the Baptist, who at that time, he was the top Levite, and he baptized Yahushua, saying, look, it ain't about the Levitical priesthood no more.
One that's greater than
Well,
me.
crush that, man.
And we still see some examples of that today. You got some people out here that say, "Oh, I'm a Levite, so I can make the I can make the law out here." Don't forget the Levitical priesthood is going to have its significance again in the kingdom. And what you were talking about with rank and holding something over on somebody, I can say real quick, you got some camps out here that say, "Oh, brother, that woman's not good enough for you. Give it to one of our captains over here."
That's awful.
And they hate the fact that we do it in order, and we would say, yeah, he the elder, he the leader. That bothers them. Like, how y'all, how y'all saying he the leader? Like, why? Like, why all y'all can't be leaders? How all us gonna lead in something, man? It gotta be order. You the leader, you the sergeant, you third. It gotta be order, man, for it to work, man. If everybody a leader, it's gonna be all over the place. That's why the Lord set order up, man.
That's what's wrong with the black community, man.
Yeah.
It's all chiefs and no Indians.
No Indians, man.
And total chaos, man.
All right, brother.
That's what black culture does. That's what hip hop does. Put you in that nature of being the chief. But nobody wants to take the role of being second. Nobody takes the role of being third.
Yeah.
In order to be, I say it all the time. In order to be a great leader, one has to learn to be a student. That's why to be a student and listen and soak up with the men that's before you. Then you learn how to be and put in that role in the proper time to be a leader in the government.
They show you that never kung fu. Right. The kung fu master, he'll have the student do something that seems menial or you want to see if he's humble. You can't be a kung fu master without learning humility first. So you're trying to master the scriptures.
That's a good point. And that's a good point. You first have to start with yourself. In order to master humility, you have to once conquer yourself. That guy was of the world. He can't be. That's why, man, you just don't know this, man. That's why the disciples asked Yahushua back then, who is the greatest amongst us? And he simply told them, the least of you, the last person. That makes all of them put them in the humble role. Hey, I'm gonna fight to be last then. You know. The meek should inherit the earth, man. There's a reason. All these churchgoers bring it out, but ain't everybody profitable, man. Back on the subject. Everybody brings out the meek should inherit the earth. But it ain't meek at all, man.
Yeah, the more exalted you be, the Lord said, what? Humble thyself. And abase thyself. And that's why the higher the elders and apostles get, they look more down to the younger men. Like, to remember themselves as, look, I once came here, I'm still a young man too. They look at themselves as that, man. They don't hide mighty themselves and we the apostles. And no, we just teach and brothers learn. And we did a video last night on being influential to the younger audience. That's looking back for those who seek knowledge. It's going to automatically make you be humble, which humble means what? Low to the ground. So the higher you getting up, the higher thyself make thyself Lord.
Back there, me and another brother did a video. It was a video about you seen the Eskimo dog. He was leading the path. That's a hard work that he gotta bounce and make the path for the ones that's on the sled, man. You know, it's a full circle to this thing, man. You know, there's no room to be proud. To tell you the truth,
You can't be proud.
What are you proud about, man? This nigga got polarity and still going back to. I bet you that nigga going back to the hood. What polarity?
Yeah.
He's sitting on the porch, smoking a joke, flared out like a motherfucker, stressed out, sweat. Niggas is crazy, man. I wouldn't want to have all that polarity energy, all that free will.
And got that bitch sitting on the porch.
Yeah,
you just sitting on the porch with all this energy. You're going to have a spontaneous combustion.
Stuck on Miro Street, man. Fuck that, man.
God, you're right, brother. You need to get some of that energy off, man.
Right.
Go set up on the corner and teach people about polarity. And bring the sign out with that screenshot you got and add them and go into the history of it, man, like we doing. Go get your corner and teach, man.
He's going to be reading from the 48 Laws of Power. That's going to be his script.
Man, that book bugs you niggas out.
Yeah, brother. I heard him say that, but I already know when hand we coming. It says 5. Now, the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart and of a good conscience and a faith unfeigned, from which some have swerved, have turned aside unto vain James.
And what's the same 1 Corinthians 13? That the chief thing is charity. Yeah. I may be able to move mountains and bring out dark sayings and prophecies, but if I have not charity, then I am nothing. And if you have charity, that means you don't have love, because you're willing to give something of yourself to a brother to help them out. Yeah. Whether you have it, sometimes you don't have it, but you're willing to take the load and know that there's a good recompense for doing such things.
According to the scriptures, the way you add is subtract yourself. That's how you add, man. You gotta constantly be subtracting yourself or subtracting things from within you, giving out charity, helping over here, and the Lord gonna add things to you, man.
Which is one of the greatest things you can do, man.
Yeah,
cover the multitude of sickness.
Yeah, that's how you add. And the reason why we know that ain't come from the studies of polarity. That came from the word of the Lord, man. All right? You gotta in order to gain your house side, you gotta lose. So that's the only way we gain it. We know we gotta lose and put off things. All right? It says, desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say, nor whereof they affirm, man.
Literally what we saw with him. He's trying to be a teacher, but he got confused. I forgot my point. What were we talking? We had to tell him what point he was trying to make. And that's just after these niggas out here in the world. That's for a lot of you other prideful men in these other camps as well. A lot of that is just a clout show. Is to be the man, to be the chief Levite, the great bishop, all these worthless fucking titles. But yet you aren't telling the flock what's to come. You aren't telling them what Revelation 13 and 16 is, Jacob's trouble, all that.
Now he a scientific guru, right? Why he ain't telling us about this energy crisis and this summer blackout about to happen this month, man? Niggerologists. Why he not informing us about this energy crisis and this gridlock we about to have?
If he knows polarity, he'll be able to create more energy.
There's more energy, man.
He's got free will. He said a man doesn't have his choice whether he's reincarnated or not, but the gifts he gives, he can use them for good or bad. Like this is a fucking Superman comic or something.
Man, nigga, man. I got him thinking we ain't never slob ass.
Yeah, we ain't never seen it. We done seen the new nigga 1,000 times, man.
Slob, man.
And all he knows is the theory of negativity.
Hey, the Lord, since he won't play with that energy, the Lord gonna strike him with a thunderbolt. That's what's gonna happen. Like, I got him right. I'm gonna give him some clarity. It's just some clarity.
He's gonna be in his mama's house trying to plug up that iPhone and that big ass baseboard and shock the shit out of himself.
He gonna get the Dana Man legs. Why you shaking that bitch, man? The Dana Man legs.
Right? The wire's all busted. He got some liquor in his cup. You're gonna knock over the liquor on the cord and electrocute himself.
He love that energy. Do he?
So, St. John chapter 3, verse 30. He must increase, I must decrease.
Yeah. And Yahweh Shai, the more we're increasing in Yahweh Shai, the more we're decreasing in the world and earning our increase in the heavens. We increase it by decreasing. Give me Proverbs 11 and 20, 23, 20, 20, right in there, man. Because again, we got to give out to add. And I'm going to prove through the scriptures. Where is that? Saw that 24.
This is Proverbs 11, verse 24. There is that scattereth, and yet increaseth.
Right. How can you scatter something though yet you increase? Scattering something is moving shit out. So now you increase it. We scatter the word of the Lord, man. You see? Go ahead.
There's that scattereth and yet increaseth. And there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty.
So he holding all that energy, man. That energy gonna fucking energy gotta be given off. Like that brother said, gotta be positive, negative shit going to this. Over there, man. It's gonna tend to me, it's gonna tend to poverty. Because the Lord don't care about what elements you know. And he don't know the table of elements, man. He don't know that. You know more than him, bro. Go ahead. There's more. just giving out. I'm just using him as an analogy with giving out to receive back in. Go ahead.
Verse 25.
And that's what energy actually do. It's a current. Go ahead. And current is a flow. It got to keep giving out to come back, man. And I'm not an electrician. But go ahead, brother.
Verse 25. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself.
Right. So you watering, meaning you giving the flow out, man. All right. And it's gonna what? You're gonna be watered yourself abundantly, more abundantly. Go ahead.
He that withholdeth corn,
the
people shall curse him.
Right. Go ahead.
But blessing shall be upon his head of him that selleth.
And it's the word. The word is likened unto corn, man. And we selling the corn, man. All right. When we giving the corn out, we receiving
freely as ye have received, freely
we
give.
freely giving, right? And we gonna receive in the kingdom of heaven. We just not getting a return on our investment now. Actually, for doing the work of the Lord, He giving us benefits. He got the angels protecting us. He giving us jobs here and there, cars and different things. We is receiving things, man, because we serving the Lord, man.
Ultimately, we got the spiritual gift.
We got the spiritual gift, man.
Knowledge, man.
That's right. We increasing, man, in the spirit. Go ahead.
So you're such in righteousness, we shall reap in mercy.
Right. So in the end, when we reap in mercy, because he didn't want to get righteousness, the Lord ain't gonna be merciful to him. All right. It said, so is the Lord wrath, so is his mercy. Yeah. So as much mercy he give us, as much wrath as he getting, man. Yeah, and he came up against the Lord.
When that NATO troops choking him, that's the point. Choking him out in his house. That should be it. Come on, whisper in his ear. That's he go. Yeah. What are you gonna do, man? Coming out with that iron.
27 hell.
You know, the Lord gonna be funny. The Lord gonna get that soldier to write, the Russian soldier write polarity on the side of the shell.
Yeah, that's he taking his last breath.
He's gonna have polarity on his AK, like that Edomite buffalo had all these sayings written on his gun.
The Lord gave him anything to come save before the house of him, man. The Lord controlling his mind, he gave him anything to put on his mind that he don't even know the definition of. Don't know where thoughts come from? You don't know where your own thoughts coming from. He's
trying to tell us, he's trying to teach us, but then he's trying to tell us, what you doing, man?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to
that made
y'all.
It bad.
Yeah.
Read that, and then y'all got it out. Just
fucking niggas, man.
He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor.
Right, see? And we diligently seek good. So we're going to procure favor from the Lord, meaning we're going to get return of favor from him, man. All right, go ahead.
But he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him.
So mischief coming unto you, man. And you was a mischievous person, man. And if you carry Bible Kashai, Proverbs 24, it says, the thought of foolishness is sin. Because then he go on into the thought state, right? It's really 24 and maybe 9. Yeah, that's it.
This is Proverbs 24, verse 9. The thought of foolishness is sin.
Man, didn't he come out with all the thoughts? That's foolish to have your thoughts in your mind and bring out the word of the day, polarity. I'm going to hit him with polarity. This going to shake the roof off when then he was doing this. Polarity. Like, all right, go ahead, read it again.
The thought of foolishness is sin.
The thought of foolishness is sin. So he's a sinner just to having that thought, man. Go ahead, man.
And the scorner is an abomination to men.
So he an abomination unto us. Meaning that's a filthy, wicked thought you got, which makes you a filthy, wicked person, man. We don't care, all right? The Lord don't care. We coming in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and they call you a wicked abomination, man. That's what he said right there. So we what the Lord said. Y'all brothers got it. Point made.
Going back to that pride. What was that one you brought? It was Proverbs like when something brings authority. Like
authority is tenant. So what tenant? Yeah, it says the fear of the Lord go before obtaining of authority. But roughness and pride is the losing thereof.
Roughness and pride is the losing thereof.
That's it.
He was rough, clearly. He was prideful. And what? He's going to lose. He's going to lose his life. He's going to lose his polarity.
But he was so rough. But when I got rough,
you're aggressive. You're too aggressive. That nigga thought he was in the cell block, man.
He thought he was in the cell block. Hold on.
You might have reminded.
Yeah, I probably reminded him like, man, this dude beat me up who was acting like that, man. And then took me fast. Like Tattoo, what his name is on Locked Up? You saw Locked Up with Master P? Tattoo, when you go in there, what it is? It's called Lockdown. Tattoo, Tattoo with the Edomite. You drew this? You drew this? Put it on the bed and took him out, man. But you hardest niggas be you undercover brothers too. We just gonna say that.
And at the beginning of that verse, it said, "What fear bringeth authority."
Yeah.
And if you have fear, that doesn't mean you have pride, because what you fear the Most High, that He's gonna jack you up if you don't follow the ways of Him, and if you don't show charity. As all we've been going into charity, taking the low end to the brotherhood, and being in that low position, so you can ultimately be raised up in that high position. I think we brought that one out in the lesson too.
They're gonna fight out here. They're gonna fight to not know something. They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight.
So they're gonna fight to not know.
Yeah, this is the argument about some shit they don't know, man.
Yeah.
Fucking nigga like you. You know what thoughts come from? Nigga, really? Really?
I had to ask, like,
hey, really?
Spell it out, like.
Man, let's talk about Tatum or some shit, man.
Real, man.
You know?
Talk about color, man.
Stupid shit like that. Dumb shit.
Yeah, just to kind of swing it back.
What's going on over there?
We got our thing going on. Ain't talking to you, don't fuck you. That came right on us. Go ahead.
But hey, just swinging all back around to when we opened up camp. We're going into the pride of these people out here. And we had plenty of examples. That Edomite with this dusty woman that came up, but she not popping, talking shit, not talking about Christina Ricci. Polarity come up, people coming up and snickering and making jokes. Hey, that pride does have a recompense for it and a consequence. Hey, Polarity was talking about doing an action to get a reaction to it. Well, hey, there is a reaction coming. Death, destruction, and misery from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Second Esdras, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
For many great miseries. And we're seeing the beginning stages of these great miseries right now. Food shortages globally, which are going to lead to famines. The fuel shortages, so you won't even be able to go to the store to buy anything. Blackouts, world war, nuclear war. All these things coming down to the pipeline. Many great miseries that are going to be done upon you people for all this great pride you've been committing.
It's Tobit, chapter 4, verse 13. Now therefore, my son, love the brethren, be humble, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people. It says, for in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine.
What does it mean to be lewd? To be a disgusting degenerate out here. Following after anything that makes the flesh feel good. Lewdness leading to destruction, and pride to the same thing. And what did it say? To love the brotherhood, to be charitable, to know your role in the body, and to take the load, to work like a perfectly oiled machine, which is exactly what you see every time this camp comes out here, and all these other camps that brothers in. That's why we're so effective. We got the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and everybody's fulfilling their own role within this body, and that takes not having pride. It was pride in that scripture for the eye to say, "I'm the eye, and I don't want to be the ear." But if the whole eye were a body, where would it hear?
Hey, it don't matter if we some type of energy when Yahweh Shai is the source of the power, man. What sense it make? It ain't making sense, man. We gotta plug in to get the energy from the Lord, man. If we the energy and they the source of where the energy comes from, what are you talking about? This is on Matthew 12 and 34. O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? No. For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. That energy came from there. A good man out of the good treasures of the heart bringeth forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasures bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account of in the day of judgment.
Everything anybody says when they come up here, they're giving off a negative energy. And what? All that energy is being accounted for.
That's a hell of a recompense energy right there, brother.
And it's also talking about if you vile and wicked on the inside, you can't bring forth good fruit. You can't, which we can clearly see by the majority of these people out here. Each second of every day, they wax worse. But each second of every day, what? We wax better. And we know that we're bringing forth good fruits. Because what? By preaching this word, we're bringing about the downfall of this society. As it says in Matthew 24:14. Like I may have that over my bed in the kingdom. And they should, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. The end of what? This wicked society. And I know you know it in Second Esdras, where it's like the wickedness must be sown first before the good. And we're sowing this righteousness right now. Well, we can see that this wickedness, it's been sown, it's sprung up, and what? Now the reapers about to reap it and throw it into that fire.
Yeah, I tell you in Job 17:9 that the righteous shall also hold on this weight, and he that had clean hands shall wax stronger and stronger. And we stand clean. We stand right with the Lord, practicing the law, teaching men righteousness, teaching them the law, statutes, and commandments. So we waxing stronger, man. He waxing more dirty, more defiled, man. It says back in Matthew 12:37, for by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
And we can clearly see we're being justified. Just by again that Matthew 24:14. Preaching the word, what? We see everything that we've been preaching coming to pass. So what does that mean? It justifies the words that we're saying. Everything, niggas have been talking about the 48 laws of power and polarity since the goddamn 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And with each passing decade, Jake has gotten worse and worse.
Still in the same position.
Exactly.
Secret, positive energy. That book, The Secret, is wicked ass.
All that polarity hasn't got this fucking white man off your ass. You know? You ain't stop getting choked out and hung and shot. That's all a nigga want to do, man.
Right around with the Michael Marcus.
Yeah, so this is retarded, man.
And we gonna say this. If you not increasing, you do not stay the same. You're either getting worse or better, man.
Stagnant water.
There's no way you can still be the same way 12 years later. You just worse, man. That's it. You worse than what you was 12 years later, man. All right? You never stay the same. You constantly changing. You either getting worse or better. For that energy.
And if you ain't getting better,
you're
clearly getting worse.
That's it.
You can't stay stagnant.
I'm the same. No, man.
Stagnant. What is it? Even with water, when water's running, what does that mean? It's constantly staying purified and moving forward to a bigger body of water. But if you're stagnant, it breeds disease. It breeds decay.
Even still water that looks still on the top, because of the creatures that going in the water, it's moving underneath it, man. Water don't sit still, brother. It moves. It's a current. Now he's the energy expert, dude. Whatever, right? Yeah, that's bullshit.
He in the street, he behind him. He behind him trying to get him to move there and move.
He sleep.
Police behind him.
I know, but what is the car sleep?
Yeah, on the phone.
Oh, man. You all right? Yeah, man. I said, God is good now.
Great, brother.
That's helpful. No. You heard me, man?
That's the hardest wicked above all things. It might be an 18. Yeah, 17 and 9.
17.
Yeah, I was my bad.
Look at Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
And that takes pride not to understand that very fact. You think that all this new knowledge you're gaining is making you a more better person out here, or a more knowledgeable person? Was a more woke person? What was it saying in Ecclesiastes? The reading of many books will make you weary and just bug you out, as we can clearly see. But we understand that the heart is wicked above all things. which is why we diligently stay upon this rock, Yahushua. And hey, we happily, repetitively do the same thing over and over again, hoping we don't bug out. What did Paul say? In my flesh, the things that I would do, I do not, but those things that I don't do, that's what I do. Because the heart, or the mind, and the body is constantly wicked.
He knew he didn't have free will.
We have war in our members.
Yeah. Verse 10, it says, I, Yahweh, searcheth the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways.
Hey, cutting free will again right there, as it says. I, Yahweh, searcheth the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doings. As you brought out in that Matthew 12. Hey, every idle word shall be held in account. And can a wicked thing bring forth anything righteous? No. It's going to bring more damnation and destruction. But a righteous thing is going to bring forth righteous things.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 1:8. Therefore he why he wearing it right here? This Wisdom of Solomon 1:7. For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things had knowledge of the voice. Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him, man.
It speaks for itself.
Unrighteous speaking, motherfucker.
All this wickedness and all this bad energy you're putting out, hey, it's gonna come back to you. It's gonna come back to you fourfold. We can clearly see we're coming into the time of this great judgment and recompense coming. We just hope we're not on the receiving end of it.
It says, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, which they are part of the ungodly. All right, even you're an Israelite. 2/3 of our people is part of the ungodly. And the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds, man. Yeah, wicked deed, the deeds you bring it forth to teach in the congregation and the tabernacle of the Lord, trying to correct the words of the Lord and the men of the Lord, man. You battling the Lord, man. All right, and you're going to be judged for your wicked deeds. It says, for the ear of jealousy hearing all things. So the Lord got the ear of jealousy, and he's jealous at the fact you came up here and played with his word like that. And we got it on camera. Not only that, we got the angels as witnesses, man. And we got brothers are angels. They're witnesses, man. All right, so you bringing that folly before the house of the Lord, man. The Lord ain't tolerating that shit. Go ahead.
What does it say, like the wings, or the bird?
The wings?
Hear the report
Hear
and
the-
bring it back. That's
bring it
talking
back.
about the angels.
Yep.
Hey, the angels in the spirit world that are constantly around us recording things. That you just said, we're angels as well. We're recording things.
real.
You offend us, hey, that's
Yeah.
a judgment unto you. The Elder Bro in South Carolina said the prophets can choose to bind you or set you free.
I'll set you free, yup.
And you offend us, we can pray for you to get judged.
real.
And the Most High has given us that power to do so. And our words don't go out in vain.
Like inspired Joshua and Caleb, man. Going back to get the report. What's going on here in Babylon, man? You ain't with you niggas, you know? You niggas, bro. You gotta go. The Lord gotta destroy 2/3 of you niggas, man. That's why we looking for millions on top of millions of Israelites to drop dead, man. You will do it. Lord ain't looking for no nigga like that. Talking about the polarity. Basically, the hell with the Most High. I'm gonna trust in polarity, man. I won't see that polarity when them troops shooting all type of fucking rounds, 50 cals. I won't see polarity gonna put up a shield of electricity around you, nigga. No.
You got free will. You should be able to stop the bullets.
Hold your hand out like Neo. Yeah, Swiss cheese.
Let me get that too. You can
Nigga get offended behind words, man. You niggas in the hood are so emotional. You niggas in the hood are nothing more than representation of Big Mama, your grandma, your auntie, baby moms, right? Your mother-in-law. Niggas is a bunch of big-ass Medeas, man. Right?
Shit, at some point you need to grow up. You a grown-ass man. Like, how can you go through your whole life being so goddamn emotional?
This nigga's literally having a adult tantrum right here, man. It's true.
That's what it was.
Tantrum, man. No, you're wrong. That's not it. No, we both right. No. This is the nigga that mama did, like I say, when a nigga went out here and robbed, steal, kill, mama did this. It's gonna be all right, baby. It's gonna be all right. Like I seen on First 48, it's gonna be all right, fat daddy. This nigga just killed two of his partners.
Not gonna be all right.
Shit, that's why you need a father in the house. He's clearly the product of a single mother household, because all mama does, since she's the weaker vessel, is coddle and baby. But when you have a man in the house, the father, when he lays down the law and discipline and keeps you away from these bad ways. And what we're just like the apostles are our spiritual fathers to you 2/3 down there. It trickles down to us. We're your spiritual fathers as well.
Man, it's good that nigga daddy walked out on him, man.
Yeah,
Oh no.
But you gotta have a proper father. We ain't talking about them back in the day dope fiend fathers, dope fiend uncle. All right, the dope fiend grand. That's what you niggas got today. You got the dope fiend grandmother, the dope fiend grandfather, the dope fiend mama, and the list goes on. All right, that's what you niggas got, man. And there's no structure. All right.
This 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child,
you don't have that real father in the house, man.
Yeah.
That bust your ass, man.
Yeah.
That nigga, I'm talking about, that nigga wait good till you take a bath, man. Yeah. And coming down with that motherfucking thick ass leather belt. That white beater on, man. All right? Nigga hold that, he hold something in his mouth while he whipping your ass talking to you, man. You don't that daddy come.
Now this is a generation where nigga ain't never got a ass whipping, man.
They get participation.
Nothing.
You can tell. Like, you see
You can tell.
They have he need his ass whipped countenance.
He don't never get his ass whipped, man.
Yeah. The grandpa that just used to, like the scripture says, he used to lay law just looking with his eyes like, boy, I'm not, that grandfather, he's a dope fiend now, man.
That's gone.
And it's gone. Go ahead,
this 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
The ways of this life. Hey, when we live in a world, emotional, ready to be young cops at any second, just out here, not want to take the load. Not realizing, hey, I may not understand this, but I'm willing to have a dialogue with you to understand it. But as we came into this truth, we put away childish things and became men. We girded up our loins like men, following after the law, statutes, and commandments, and just being a part of the body.
We learn reasoning. Because I used to be like this nigga, emotional, right? Won't be right about everything. And now the Lord letting us see, like, this how you used to be.
This how you could be.
This how you could be. I could have kept you there, though I changed the cognitive of your mind. But this nigga ain't with that. You got to try to talk to him. We tried to.
Hey, man, we know where you at, bro.
Try to change you, bro.
Let's see.
Hey, we tried to be a father unto him, giving him a spiritual discipline.
They don't want to be fathered, all right? Because when you look at 1 Corinthians,
you want to be mothered, man.
You want to be mothered.
He want them double D titties out and let them suck from the breast, man. We ain't got no breast out here, man. All right? That's what you, a lot of you Israelites, you don't want to get off the breast, man. Yeah. You want to keep sucking the breast of your mother, man. Who, like I said before, who pacifies you with that bullshit, man. A lot of you niggas are pacified, man. You never had a dose of reality. A lot of you niggas ain't never been through that, man. That's why when we talk about the hard issues, we talk about these scriptures, you niggas can't get it.
Yeah, your mama not gonna reprove you. She not gonna correct you. Yeah. Her job is to nurture. Right. That's why you said when that nigga killed two niggas, it's gonna be all right, Rambo. It's gonna be all right, Rambo. Yeah. You know, like your mama gonna give you a pat on the back. She don't know about reproof, correction. ass whipping and shit
That's
like
not
that.
her job to do that.
That's like she a nurturer, man.
Yeah, that's why most women when they go get a job, they go to college. Their degrees are to help people. They go to children, they go to psychology, animals, shit like that. When you have men, every time men go to the school to get a so-called degree, they going for being a lawyer. They're going to get the money.
Engineering.
Engineering, scoping the world, man.
These
women, like I said, even though we're different nations, but men built this shit, man. In the words of my man Kevin Samuels, if a woman built that building, I'm not going in that building.
Real. And a group of female engineers that built a bridge and it collapsed.
Yeah,
Killed a bunch of people.
That's not their job.
That's not their job.
They just don't work in what? 70s? Oh, wait, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just came outside, man. And look at now. Y'all came outside and ruined the world.
Stay in your lane, man.
Y'all
stay in your lane. Cause I'm not trying to get in the lanes of Lambo legs. You can do that better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So stay in your lane, man.
That's all we saying. Because again, you get a woman president, what happens when her cycle down and she got to make a decision about going to war with Russia, man?
Or she just get emotional naturally.
Or she get emotional naturally, man, and just press the button, man. Everybody compromise now, man. You see? So again,
look at our mayor in this city. Look at how much more of a shithole this New Orleans is under control.
Tita, man. Tita got the whole world under fire. She ain't doing nothing but building roads and fucking everything else up, man.
She a mayor, but she on a victory parade float when she won re-election.
Bad skin and red lipstick all fucking.
Tita, man.
Rolled off, man.
With that bob haircut, or whatever it is she got.
Oh, yeah.
Tita tore up, man.
Yeah. And that's probably what his mom was like.
It was like a poker line.
Yeah, the Lord not dealing with mama's boys. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 14 and 20. It says, brethren, be not children in understanding. How big in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men.
In malice be ye children, be ignorant to wickedness.
Yeah.
Be ignorant to wicked ways, but in understanding be not children, be men in it.
Yeah, man.
Understand the way things are. And move yourself accordingly. And you said a good thing. We learned reason when we came to this.
Reason.
We became level-headed. And that's what a king is ultimately. Reason. That's what a king is ultimately. That's what we're working with. A king can sit on the throne and make decisions and make reason and king.
You know really what his name is?
This 13, 1 Corinthians 14 and 20. It says, brethren, she can say that now, but you ain't gonna ever say it in the kingdom. It says, brethren, be not children in understanding. How big in malice be children, but in understanding be men.
And these people are men in malice. They know the completely opposite and wrong ways of doing things. Hence, why they're out here talking shit, not knowing a goddamn thing about what's being said. And again, that's pride. That's another example of pride. A dusty woman that doesn't even know what we're talking about. Doesn't even know her role to anything. She's just talking shit to her daddy. So red-faced Esau the devil. Hey, yeah.
She wasn't knowing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a red-faced food. Hey, the wicked walk on every side when the Bible men are exalted. Our people, especially, yeah, exactly. She's got no reason to be talking shit. The majority of these people have no reason to be talking shit. And look into this guy that's talking shit to some backwater, some backwater tobacco chewing red people. Instead of being out here, you should be home taking care of your children. But of course, they're not going to do that. They're gonna have to go out and have a good night on Saturday. Just like you aborted your few children, exactly. But hey, there's a recompense coming for all this wickedness.
Wicked they are. Like,
Why would abortion be one of the first things that come to your mind? Yeah. They probably got more bodies than a Nazi concentration camp with all the abortions they had.
Yeah, when you look on the news, you see Jake is the top murderer. They've murdered 22 million Israelite babies.
And when you look it up, and remember, them numbers coming from our enemy.
Yeah, it could be
So he's
40,
lowballing
it
that.
could be 30.
He lowballing that number, man.
Sorry, tripping.
You done murdered 22 million of your own people. Don't you got to think, man?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But hey, try it again. Walking in, hey, for many great blessings shall be done to them that walk in great pride. And look, they still waiting it on the bus. And look, Esau ain't even concerned with them.
Listen, went to goddamn city train and talking shit.
Yeah.
Take that wig off, shorty.
Oh, y'all got more hair than
Exactly. We got more hair. We can grow our hair. We can grow our hair out.
I got more hair on my beard than on the
I got more hair on my own.
For real. Them boys take them wigs off, boy. Them boys ain't got nothing.
Pride. Their pride is in a wig.
We gonna be running a race.
They trying to make not even real. Wearing makeup, fake eyelashes.
She go sit right by the white man.
Exactly.
Looking like E.T.'s sister. Talking shit, man.
Talking on the bus, like, don't listen
He
to
better
them.
not say nothing.
That grimy ass wig on, man. You know?
He looked like he just went on the poke fest.
$25. Man, just jump that up.
Oh, you know it. I know we do.
Not you.
Not you though.
Hey, this is a no fat bitch zone.
For real, boy. Ain't nobody gonna choose you, Sean.
Give me Isaiah 30. Give me before we get that second Esdras 9.
Such as the entertainer push. Man, somebody wants to see. Stupid ass, man.
Isaiah 30 started verse 1.
The poorest one, man. Holding like a maggot. Just talking shit.
She looked like what was his name? Mr. Popo. Mr. Popo looking ass.
They used to wear that shit in the 90s. That all in the one with the hood on, the striped thing, man. That shit old,
Talking shit. I mean, bucket for the
Some
white
ones
man.
had that when they had finger waves, man. Them ones had that on. $6, brother.
Hey, like we were going into earlier. Where did Jake learn that pride?
Had to be from Virginia.
Following after the ways of the wicked. Because this Edomite is the proudest man out here, and he's the lowest man at the same time. And again, the things the Most High hates is a proud poor man. Esau's rich right now, but he's spiritually poor. You, Jake's is spiritually and physically poor.
You know she hated KS, man. You know she hated him.
She celebrated when he died.
Yeah. And what's funny about that is now you got a lot of other people on YouTube looking at Eve, like even Edomites and Edomite men, women, like you're celebrating a man's death for trying to better your life.
Right.
And just a correction for what she said, that our mamas could have aborted us. They couldn't fucking do nothing. That's
No
why
free will.
They don't got free will. No, we couldn't have been aborted. Now, if she would have said the Lord could have aborted us, that's different.
We would agree.
Yeah, your mom couldn't do nothing, man.
See, that's the same ones, nigga. That's the same ones, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that scripture where it says, blessed be the womb, and the Lord corrected them, man.
Yeah.
That's what these women are in. They in that woman spirit. For you simp niggas, man. All you do is you roaming around in a temptation fucking spirit, man. Excuse me, queen. Open the door, drinking a bitch bath water with 2 hands. That's you niggas, man. You got grand rising queen. You the nigga himself with the world on your back like this. You niggas, man.
Buck naked.
You the type of nigga that's a sister. Don't say good morning because morning means you're in mourning.
That other black picture, she's behind you, spooning you. Man, you niggas gonna die, man. You fucking simps out here gonna die, man.
That nigga with the world in his back gonna die. She's sitting on the stool like this, you carrying in the whole world.
Yeah. They don't give a fuck about you, man. That's what a lot of you niggas don't understand. The bulk of these, not all of them, but the bulk of these black women don't give a fuck about you niggas, man. You can die less, man. If the house was on fire, they wouldn't wake your black ass up, man.
They didn't even care about their children. Remember that one clip of the one dude walked behind her man and shot him in the head. And then the woman ran away.
She's gonna
and
save
the
herself.
baby was, and was running with the bags and shit.
Man, fuck them children, man.
Them women that love you to date and did tell you to your face, bitch, I wish you died now. I spit on your grave, man.
I wish I had an abortion.
Yes, I will tell you that tomorrow.
I hate you.
I hate you. Wish you died now. I spit on your grave.
I hate you, Joe.
What? Man, you can't come back from them words, man. God damn.
That's what you get when you fucking abortion.
Yeah.
You say stupid shit, and you get every idle word shall be held in account.
Yeah.
Hey, she said, "Oh, your mothers could have aborted you." Well, the Most High is about to abort you.
Abort you.
He spiritually aborted you as it is.
Abortion is a rejection. More or less, the law rejected you, man. You rejected all this. You see? Because she gonna be the one crying out in that day for protection. The law, like, for every time she say
Ain't nobody gonna take
protection, she gonna get rejection, man.
Especially her little ugly ass.
Yeah.
She gonna get rejected on default.
Man, the man of the law, they gonna want up. Yeah. Dude. Man, her trajectory is horrible. It's horrible.
And again,
like one of these sidewalk gums, man. Nobody wants your ass. That's what she look like.
Shit, the sidewalk gum got more purpose than her. Somebody chewed it to make their breaths smell better. But her, there's nothing good that can come. You have no purpose but to get put down.
That's the thing. That's the thing with you. A lot of you prideful women in this society. You don't, especially you Judite women, man. You don't understand. We don't. The men don't need you, man, to bring you back, to bring a tribe back. We can do that with a whole other nation, man.
How did the 12 tribes of Israel come out about to begin with? Through heathen women.
Yeah, how Benjamin came back, man.
Yeah.
How Benjamin was able to multiply back as a nation by taking another nation woman to bring back, you know.
The first Israelite woman was this.
You needed your mama. Yo, you come from a woman.
No.
Our fathers are the only reason we Israelites.
Came from a man, man.
Your mom has nothing to do with you being Israelite. Absolutely nothing.
Being privileged is pride. Giving privileges and believing as such, that's pride, man. It's another form of pride, man.
Right.
You bitches, if a man wouldn't have sex, if her daddy wouldn't have sex with her mom, she would not ugly ass wouldn't be here, man. But she didn't have a choice.
Yeah, he should have pulled up.
He should have pulled out and went on the ground. Yeah.
Hey, he didn't have a choice.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah. Shit, her dad did have a choice to pull out.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice.
Yeah, man.
She talking about a woman, they here for that. It's the opposite way.
Shut up.
The man, listen, shut up. Like the brother said, shut the fuck up, man.
You the ugliest one in the group running on a bunch of fat chicks. Shut up.
That's why she arguing. She ain't got nothing else to do but argue, man.
You got your whole back of your head look like the 49ers uniform. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut up.
And then she goes sit by Esau. Esau, for a split second, he grabbed the pole to get up. Then he's like, if I get up, she gonna know I don't like niggas. So I'm gonna... And he moved to the side a little bit, and she kind of moved over. And
yeah, man.
Why is this nigga sitting next to
exactly. And he's in his right spirit. Ain't gonna have no Edomite sit. And Edomite, yeah, it's as simple as that.
What's going on here, man?
Oh, he's a murderer.
The whole field trip. Bring the whole field trip.
That's a serial killer right there.
He's a regular.
Boy, it's a serial killer. Yes, Lord,
He
boy.
coming in that Jeffrey Dahmer spirit.
He got potential.
Come on, man. Keep going, man.
That's Kundalini. That's Kundalini. That's Kundalini.
saw him one day when I passed through. That nigga, that got potential.
You start running now.
He owned or something.
Get out of here, man.
We'll get Isaiah 30. Well, let me hold that second extra time.
This is Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said Yahweh, that take a counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
And if you're rebellious, that means you have pride.
Yeah.
You rebel. I'm so confident in my own opinion that I'm going to rebel against my own power. And they clearly don't take counsel of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua through his men, as we've been seeing all throughout the day. Whores, talking about stupid shit they don't understand. Hilarity ass niggas reading the 48 laws of niggatry. Just, but who do they take pride? Who do they ask for help and take counsel from? Read that.
It says that they may go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
That walk to go down into Egypt, spiritual Egypt, the United States of America, as we brought out in the pre-camp. That's that great city which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Here we are in captivity yet again, but Jake wanted Cleveland. Jake wanted Cleveland. That's all Jake. Jake wanted Cleveland to his oppressors just like ancient Egypt. If you niggas were allowed to live, say we were back in the wilderness, what would they be like? Oh, you brought us out here. Oh, we got beamed up on the chariots, but now we're back down here. Why don't we go back to Egypt for the Swisher Sweets?
Yeah,
exactly. You brought us out. We just saw this miraculous. We saw the 10 plagues, the Red Sea split. We saw the Most High built and create the manna, and Moses drank water from the rock. But these niggas still fucking like, oh, the manna is a good thing. Oh, we want meat. Just every goddamn bullshit complaining all day.
The Lord just poured down world power. Right?
The world power.
Yeah, drown that fucking ass, man. Yeah, niggas find time to talk shit, man. That's the thing about you degenerate ass niggas, man. Right? You don't appreciate a damn thing. This is a. You should appreciate the Lord doing this, but you don't see it as this is from the Lord, man. You think we're a bunch of spooks, weirdos, a bunch of guys that come out here dressed up in costumes and preaching the Lord, man. But you don't see the significance in this thing, man. That's what the brother went into earlier. The Lord gonna punish you niggas, man. You tell me.
Hey,
the Lord gonna punish you real quick, man. The Lord gonna punish you other nations, man. But you don't see. This is a rock. What is that? This is a rock in the rough place, a diamond in the rough. This is a diamond in the rough, man. You don't even take it as out of all this stuff that's going on. Why would the Lord do this right now on a Saturday on this street corner, man? This is bigger than what we're doing, man.
In the middle of the sight of the whole world.
Yeah,
the whole world come on that street over there. Get that street over there.
You don't even see the ambition. You don't even see the drive that we have. We brothers been out here in the rain, sleep, snow, cold, man.
The heat.
Through all types of bullshit. Through all types of threats on our life, man. But yet you overlook those things. You know?
Even shit in our personal life that we go through. Losing fame, your women leaving you, children hating you, losing jobs, physical ailments, all that.
Even loss of brothers. Even some of these guys that fall off, you have a love for them. You know? But it is what it is, you know?
You gotta keep it pushing.
You know? Yeah, we not moved deep. Nigga making hard faces at us and walking on, talking about going get weapons and all that. We right up, man. Until it's time for us to leave, man.
We still haven't seen them
and
come
we
back.
still ain't see you come back. Because you got to get permission from the Lord to do us anything, man. We get that. You can't just be like, I'm about to go tear these niggas up. No.
They did you.
All right. All right. We're going to get an all right tagging match, man. Go ahead. You can have it, bro.
He think he arguing with his woman, though.
Yes.
With your woman, they do that shit. That's why you say he's like a woman.
Back and forth.
They can never just shut the fuck up and take the L, man.
Right.
Take the L. They gotta win. I gotta be the last one to say something.
This is Rock 3 and 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion had overthrown their judgment.
And what you brought out in Jeremiah 17, the heart of the mind is wicked above all things. Who can know it? These people are deceived out here by their vain opinions, and hence why they're walking around bugged out, full of pride, just waiting to be preserved for destruction. The Most High is letting you build up that tab, so that death and horror he's going to bring to you, you're going to feel that pain to the nerve endings.
It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh, back in Isaiah 33, be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
As it also says in Jeremiah 17%, woe to him that trusteth in the flesh of the arm of man. You want to trust on these Edomites and think that they're going to be your salvation? that Sleepy Joe or P was going to come to save you when all these bad things come to pass. But no, they're coming for your destruction and to put you down. And for these troops to either kill you or for you to get that charagma, that CHIP in you, just so you can get burned up by these nuclear missiles. Yeah. That is the only thing that's about to come to this society. And as it says in Isaiah 31, hey, those that help it and those that are open, everybody dependent upon this system, this spiritual Egypt, America and Esau's system as a whole is going to go down vicious and violently, just like Esau.
Even your polarity, man.
Even polarity. You're going to be in the negative.
The Lord will knock the polarity out of your ass, man.
You're right. The Lord gonna eject your spirit clean out your fucking body, man.
Electricity, right. The ghost and all, man.
Yes. He gonna call your polarity home.
Yeah, ultimately, these gonna do it. These gonna knock the stuffing out your English muffin. Right here.
Yeah. Hey, that kind of looked like a polarity, a pole, right? Right. A pole filled with fire.
Yeah, full of energy, full of
energy. Full of positive and negative, and make it a reaction to blow some shit up.
And the reaction is gonna happen, it's gonna turn you into matter.
And then we'll literally see his thoughts. Yeah. And it's matter, and it's brain matter. Right on the ground. All your thoughts are on the ground, partner. Literally. Let's see if you have another one.
He ain't gonna make it. He
not gonna make it.
He ain't gonna make it to he ain't gonna make it past. He ain't gonna make it to JT. You can look at it.
He might not even make it home tonight.
He ain't gonna make it.
He's smoking a rolled up bugler that you buy in jail, brother.
He ain't gonna
finish, man.
He ran out of fluid in his lighter to even finish it. That's why
he going back to jail. He going to one of these goddamn cemeteries.
Or the upper.
Yeah. You gonna hear about him slain in that night one, man.
He's gonna be on the break tonight.
Yeah. The Lord got a sense of humor. He might put slain with his polarity, man.
Yeah.
And we gonna know that
was found dead.
It was polarity.
Cell phone with polarity on his screen.
And his body gonna be laid out with the phone in his hand with the screenshot.
It's all the doctors and the doctors and the people with autopsy. They're gonna have to try to figure you out, man.
Oh, man.
Man, you too, man.
That was polarized.
Well, I think that was that second.
Second Ezra, chapter 9.
Start at 9 and just read down to 12.
Verse 9. Then shall there be a pitiful case.
Start at verse 7. We're going to show the difference between those that have pride and the destruction that's coming, and those that have given up pride, that have taken the load and been humbled in the ways of Yahweh by Hashem. Your pride again.
It's been a whole day of pride. This thing we
can't do nothing wrong.
What the hell? You can't even hit her.
True, man.
You can't even say nothing.
Some obese Eve just walked by behind the camera with a little baby doll dress on and her panties showing underneath her ass. Just another example of pride.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed.
Hey, having faith in the words we've heard and having faith that the Most High, if we keep our end of the bargain, we're going to be safe. But having faith also that if we want to be prideful and don't want to keep the ways of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, what? We're going to get destroyed for that pride.
That's the last one?
Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land.
Not take part in these great miseries that are about to befall them upon the earth, which have walked in great pride.
It says, and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Going to free will too.
Free will.
Sanctified them from the beginning. The spirits that have been chosen from the beginning, ordained to be in their lot this day and ultimately have salvation. And at the same time, you wicked niggas out there and you prideful people have been ordained from the beginning to be destroyed.
Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
Be in pitiful case, be in a low case, because you despise the words of the Most High and cast them behind you with how you treat the men of the Lord. Like we always say, if you could, you would put us to death just like in the past. Hey, but this is the final go-around, and it's going to play a little differently this time. Hey, we're going to get the victory, and you're going to get a recompense of all that wickedness you committed in the past, building up that tab. Hey, when you said, let his blood be upon him and our children, aren't we joint heirs of Yahushai? They might as well have said, let their blood be on us and our children as well. You're about to pay up that tab in full.
For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Like we say, the Most High could have given you an internet connection and a job and a car just to come and hear the men of the Lord, just to be able to sustain yourself in this truth. But what do? More often than not, you come and scoff the word, and you think that, oh, I got all this stuff by my own free will. I got this job by my free will.
Get him. Get him.
It ain't even the time. That's somebody.
Just want to get him on camera. Yeah.
Hey, that's the spirit. He got all that Lake Charles hurricane money to come down here and live in New Orleans, and he came by and heard the word, but what? He cast it behind him.
He walked out prideful with his woman. This ain't my woman, this my wife. What he said? That day, this ain't my woman, this my wife. Okay.
God.
Man, that shit.
Back to you.
Says,
he came with full, little bit set of full set. Now they all pray.
And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty.
And you have liberty right now. We're still on the highways and byways, and our video epistles are still online. But we can see those doors are quickly closing. Hey, the Senate just passed a new domestic terrorism bill, which deals with online hate speech. So this word's no longer, soon enough, this word is no longer going to be on the highways and on the internet, and the men of the Lord are going to no longer be on the highways and byways. And then in that day, you're just going to have to get it how you live, and it's not going to be good.
We'll see. And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
Not death by peace, not death in your sleep, but death by pain. And I believe in Proverbs it says, I will bring all their fears upon them. Yeah, I believe it's in Proverbs where it says, I believe in Proverbs it says, I will bring all their fears upon them. So I'll laugh at their calamity as well. Everything you fear, you're so prideful out here, and you think, oh, I'm this big bad man and this big bad woman. The Most High is going to show you that day when He brings all those fears upon you, and it says you're going to know it after death by pain. And that's a nice ending to the lesson right there. Being prideful to put a big Dukes of Hazzard horn on your car. So hey, did any brothers have any closing points? All right then. I guess everybody's polarity was in the negative. but with that, we hope you sincere Akim and Akwaf were edified by another live camp. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakab, Gudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word, the truth, and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba-ba-ba. 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 Kwam Yasharala.